WeeDnD, the pod positive live tabletop. It is live, no fucking doubt of that. Tabletop role-playing experience. I am your dungeon master for the night, Brandon Allen McClanahan, but my buds call me Bam. What's up, buds? Welcome to Weed. I'm kidding. I just wanted to think that they were stuck. They're stuck in that.
My thing is, now they all know that we gently and with love lip sync with you every single time.
The secret's out.
Every single time.
Damn
Even
it.
when we were on Zoom, we were doing it that way too.
Cat's out of the bag. Yeah. I'm nothing if not consistent.
Yeah. Cat's out of the bag, throw the bag away.
Thanks for being here with us tonight, buds.
Yeah, right?
It's so good to see you. I can't read chats. I'm seeing Ron Ninjaro's in the house, Gino Fox. There we go. Grim Wilder coming in. I appreciate the compliment you left us on Instagram. Shadows, Cardman. Oh, dude, it's like all the like OG buds.
Yeah,
Morgan's
right?
in the house. Friggin' so good to see you guys. We did last week. We discovered mid-sesh that it was our 100th sesh, and we were like, you know what? Let's change everything and make it harder to do every single week.
Every single time.
We are gonna stick this landing. Just you wait. Thank you guys so much for being here, guys. I am going to use this opportunity to do what I always do and pass this incredible energy over to my dear and wonderful friend, Brenna Folger. How you doing, Brenna?
It's full of energy! Hi, I'm Brenna. You guys know me as Pickles on Weave. I'm a cuddle forge monk, little teddy bear boy, little teddy bear girl, little teddy bear bear.
Is it the DBF?
Teddy bear. And I'm so fucking stoked to be here. Whatever life throws at you for the day, what is great and amazing is that you can join at a table with your buddies, with your buds and your friends and your confidants and your best budderinos and play some motherfucking D&D. So that's what I'm here to do. So, which makes me think about other tabletop games. So as a child, I played the fuck out of Guess Who. Like the shit fuck hell out of Guess Who and Candyland, like a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I now as an adult, like I was a very competitive child and I was very hyperactive in case you had no idea. In case you just...
She got over it, trust me.
Yeah, I'm not hyperactive
Don't
anymore.
ever play her
I was
in
not
Mario Kart.
diagnosed with ADHD and ADHD as a child. That didn't happen. Anyways, I noticed in my body I didn't like feeling competitive. Right? Like, I didn't like how that felt for me. So now I tell people, I'm like, I'm too competitive. I'll sit out with, like, any board game. Because I'm like, guys, it's fine. Because I know I just don't want to, like, feel shitty. Because the next step is me, like, going, like, you're supposed to throw the thing over there. And then you... Sorry, I'm so sorry. Like, I know that's what's going to happen next. So it's like...
Well, I need you to play at the highest level so I can beat you, knowing you played at the highest level.
You played Mario Kart with me, you know.
I have. My ass is still sore from it. Jeez. Brandon was like, hey, Brandon, I'm already in the next race on a new level because you're taking fucking forever. And I was in second place. She was like 3 laps ahead of all of us. Whatever.
Insane.
Whatever.
So
I'm fine.
I played a lot of Guess Who though as a kid. I know that for sure. I played a lot. I know we probably tried Monopoly, but I would always just sell off half my properties to one person and half to the other and go bye and just be done in the game.
Like, oh no, I lost, but now I'm gonna go play Mario Kart.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play video games and get laid. How about you, Drew?
What about me? What's up, buds? It's Drew. Fucking Lucy Lamore. I got some explaining to do. Board games, right?
Yeah.
I was a big Chutes and Ladders.
Hell yeah.
Classic.
Also a rage builder.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, because I'd get so close, and that big one that just shot you all the way down to like the 4th spot, and you're like, are you fucking kidding? Oh my god!
Yeah.
And the rage monster would build. Yeah, I am in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
I sit out of a lot of board games and Mario Kart for that same reason. You lose friends, feelings get hurt.
Yeah.
You don't know when you're gonna talk to them next or if their teeth will grow back.
Oh my god.
So, happy Thanksgiving. Nicole! What's up?
Hey! Hello, Drew! Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
A happy Thanksgiving to you.
And a happy Thanksgiving to you all.
No!
Happy Thanksgiving, people in the studio.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And also to you.
And also to... Oh, dear. What's up, buds? I'm Nicole. You may also know me as Enra, the Awesomar, or Asimar, as Bam likes to say.
Yeah, he does.
The lovely winged creature. My favorite board game growing up, so we played a lot of chess, but also a lot of Candyland. and Monopoly, and I really liked being the banker in Monopoly because I was in charge of all the money. Yes.
And you never cheated.
No, cheated. No.
Never cheated.
Jake, how about you, man?
Of course I cheated at Monopoly. No. But thank you so much, Nicole. Jake Taylor here as Zymark Ibrecula, the Inquisitor, or Mark, level 6 Necromancer. And I grew up on a lot of board games, so it's really tough to whittle one down. So instead, I'll put like a unique spotlight on 13 Dead End Drive.
Yay! Oh, yay! Yes! Oh, I fucking love that game.
I don't know what it is.
It was almost kind of like, it was like a less complex Clue, but like three-dimensional. So like the board had this fireplace and like a wall set up and all these traps. So you were trying to like figure out a murder, but murder everybody else?
Yeah, there was like just enough setup. It wasn't like Mousetrap where you always would set it up and never play it because it took so long. Right. But it was like there was enough. Like there was there was like the fire pit and like the dead
the
chamber.
chandelier, the suit of armor that could fall on someone.
And then you would like drop real traps on your piece.
Is that the Goosebumps game? Did you guys ever play that? That was very similar, where it was like 3D. You'd like build the dungeon and like make your way through.
Yeah,
like,
I think it was a clone of 13 Dead End Drive.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like they just saw that game and were like,
Oh, Goosebumps.
Carl Stein's like,
Right.
yeah.
Well, now we just know what board game we need to buy for this table.
I want to play it really bad. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it, guys.
So I'll take this energy and pass it to this talented motherfucker who just performed some bomb-ass Shakespeare on Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll do some more. And shout out to, we had a live bud encounter.
Dead Wolf, he's in here right now, bro. Dead Wolf actually came to the show, bro. Was out in the crew. Came out, we were doing Romeo and Juliet in partnership with the Nevada Shakespeare Festival. It was like a free offering in the city of Henderson. I played Tybalt and the nurse, so you got to see me in a dress. And yeah, no, it was freaking wild. But yeah, Dead Wolf freaking showed up, man. So good to see it. We call it a bud in the wild, man. It was, and just so you know, Jake, me and Dead Wolf were talking earlier today, and he said you give the best hugs he's ever had.
100%.
I agree. Lighters up.
Lighters up to Jake's hugs.
Lighters up for
Jake's hugs.
Lighters up.
They're a doozy.
He just let every hug mean something.
And for Amanda being
Yeah, no, he really does. If you're watching at home, his hugs just reach into the core of you, and you get all that good hug. What is it? Oxytocin?
Yeah.
I believe it's the chemical that's released in your brain.
I thought that was
You get
Oxycontin.
oh no, that's a different chemical that's released in your brain.
That one's
But yeah,
better.
shout out to the buds that are showing. Thank you so much, Jake, for coming. Thanks, Dead Wolf, for being there. We are doing another free Shakespeare in the Park on the 22nd. NevadaShakespeareFestival.com would be that information. I did want to shout out Witchcraft. Some of the peeps rolling in now. Noe Kimasabi, Lake of Hearn Unofficial, welcome in. Micah J. Brick, obviously, we love you, bud. Good to see you. Questline rated us in. Questline. My girl, Ruben. I love Questline. D&D guys, if you are not following them, get over there and do it immediately. First off, thank you guys for bringing your party our way, but also they have an incredible studio, like as somebody who's like building his own with real knowledge of how to do this stuff, as you can tell. They inspire me. I hope to like achieve the level of visual competence that they have in their show. And they just play incredible games all the time. Welcome in Grave Mortem, Absolute Trash Can, my boy Trash. I was interviewed on our friends, The Grouch Couch. Check them, another channel, incredible creators out there. They brought me on to talk living a creative life and creativity and fusion with Dungeons and Dragons. Ruru, baby, I see you, girl. I love you so much. One of the minds behind the machine over there at Questline. But yeah, no, it's been, and then I had my first read for Tempest on Monday. I'm playing Stefano in that. And it's just like right now, I apologize, like some of the back end stuff on the show, like I was supposed to put a poll out to name the table. I'm going to hold that off till the 420 stream. That's going to be the plan. We're going to get a bunch of the names from everybody. Obviously 420 is our 3-year anniversary of the show, of the Yard Hard Studio launch. And so what we'll do is we'll get recommendations from the community, and then we'll have a vote on 420 for whoever's around, and we will pick the name of this beautiful table that me and Joe Hammond built all those years ago. So, so good to see you guys. Thanks so much for being here. I also am a board gamer, hardcore. I still to this day play board games like multiple times a week. Tom and Steph and I, and Sean's now getting in. We play this game Dominion, which is freaking incredible. I am also ultra competitive. I am like known for being good at all games, and it's like a badge that I wear proudly. And so yes, I also tend to be like, hold on, you're not understanding the mechanic, right? But honestly, it's fuck. I love games so much, as you can tell. Like we've devoted our life to sharing a game with you all. But I really do believe in the power of play. Chess was kind of like my thing growing up. I went to an academy for math and science, got to compete against some like really high chess levels at an early age, and it really developed a love for the game. And then honestly, Payday was one I played a lot, like Payday and Parcheesi. Parcheesi was a big one for me. So, yeah, I love games, guys. Play games, get with your friends, play games. Obviously, D&D is my game of choice if you're going to get together with your favorite people in the world. But
I wanted to share a fun thing. So my little niece, who is like in 1st grade, she is now playing D&D with my brother. Yeah, and she they're playing the board games right now. And then he's like, my brother's getting all the books and getting ready for when she's ready to do like the big game.
Yes.
Yeah. So she loves it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it is a great joy of like my nephew had reached out to my brother, his dad. I don't know why I had to explain that. We all know how nephews.
Oh, is that what a nephew
Just so
is?
you guys know, we have this weird thing in my family where my brother's son is called my nephew.
Yeah.
It's like weird.
You might not have heard of it.
That's cool. I accept you. I accept you in your ways. Yeah.
But he hit me up and he goes, "Hey, your nephew wants to play D&D." And so I took a bunch. I have all my books, and I made a package of like the best 5 books for a new player, and gave him some dice and some minis and some of the stuff we've accrued from doing Weed&d forever. And it's like passing that on to another generation. I'm not a parent, and I don't really ever plan to be one. But like that transfer, it's like my older brother playing D&D with his friends around the same table that we play on when we play inside now. That it's just this like beautiful thing that just kind of happens. I'm now playing with like one of the dude that I learned D&D from. His son is now 18, and now he's like traveling out to town, and we play games at this table. And so yeah, dude, just pass that love on. Like, welcome people in. There's a ton of rules and there's books, and it's off-putting to new players. The reality is, you could just bring them in and start answering questions as we go. I think Nicole can attest. It's like she didn't have to spend time and read all the books or anything. We got her up to speed, and then if you're at the table and you have a question, ask the fucking question. It's like there doesn't have to be this barrier. Let everybody in. This game is fucking big enough for everybody, and it's a good time.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just fun. Plus, it's like one of my favorite things about D&D, and like even when they do the D&D at like the Red Dwarf and stuff like that, is like standing around and drinking. I feel like, or like standing around and like smoking, or just like going to a public place. I feel like sometimes I run out of stuff to do, and that's and so I'm like, well, what do I? Or like I'm in conversations, but I can feel my brain going like, I wish I had something for my hands to do, and that's where like you're standing with a beer and you start drinking, but like I don't want to do that either. So like, or like only, right? So I like the idea of this being like D&D is like a way to hang out for the night, rather than just like we meet up and this is it. Like we hang out. Like it's part of the thing that we're up to tonight. It just we're all doing shit and hanging out, but also this is here. Like which I like a lot.
Yeah, and honestly, like this new structure for the show, being able to kind of hang out with you guys, like as you come in and just share that vibe.
Nice.
It's been so absolutely rewarding, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like we love the buds so much. It's common to say things like that as for whatever, but it's like, it's genuinely like, I care about you guys. Like I think about you all the time, and seeing your names pop up in chat and doing all the stuff you do is just absolutely incredible. So we do, again, it's fucking true. I love hanging out with you guys every single week and hanging out with you guys. And
I gotta say, this weed is so strong. I'm like
I warned you.
super
We were
zooted.
warned.
I'm
super zooted right now. I'm just like,
I got so
Good
high on this weed
Lord.
earlier today, I wrote a haiku. So this weed is called It's It. And the haiku goes as such. It's It is now lit. Bam is now lit from It's It. It's It. And that's that.
Snaps.
Yeah, baby.
Snaps.
You didn't think you were going to get some fucking poetry tonight, did you? Did you? We keep it coming from all angles, guys.
It's called art hard, bitch.
Hard in this.
yeah,
bitch.
it's not art soft.
Yeah.
It's not art weak.
Art flaccid.
It's not art.
Art flaccid.
All right, guys, I do have my document. I just want to take care of a little bit of record keeping here. Again, we have launched our official Weed&d Patreon. Patreon, as far as pound for pound, like as much of your money helping us actually do what we do. Patreon is the best way to do that. There are tiered rewards that you get for different levels. There's like a casual, like $5 a month, whatever, kind of help us pay the bills. And there's like, you get access to, I dropped 40 maps for the Glorp level and Boxo level patrons. And we're going to be integrating like some D&D hangouts where you kind of get to kick it with us while we play games and actually like kind of hang with us a little bit. And so yes, this is kind of a new thing. I haven't rolled it out in its full extent, but absolutely, if you're considering supporting the show in any way, the best way to do that is to go over to Patreon, patreon.com/WeedDnD. And then you can read all the tier rewards and membership stuff there. I do want to shout out our current patrons. The first one's in the room. Director Dude is a Boxo tier patron. Thank you so much. And Bracarius as well. Huge supporter of the show. You guys have seen him. He's been just sharing so much love recently. Arge Nemesis coming in at the Glorp tier. He's driving to LA tonight, so he might be in and out of chat. He said he'll try.
Have fun in Barstow. stove.
Well,
I hope you hit up that Del Taco off of Lenwood.
that's the one you got to go to. That
that's
Del
a good
Taco is
one.
the best Del
It's a good
Taco.
It's got
Yeah.
like exclusive stuff. You
Yes.
can only get it that one.
It's full of stuff. Like it's yes.
Like the tacos are so full of. Really?
The original Panda Express.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
From Las Vegas. Like,
Just
I like
get-
to go to Peggy Sue's Diner in
Oh,
Yermo.
old Peggy Sue, man. Yeah.
Metal
That's a good
dinosaurs
one.
and all
Yes.
the weird animatronics.
Yep. What's up?
So, yeah. Also, huge shout out to the people. Obviously, we've shouted out those of you who brought them in today. But last week, we had a bunch of raids coming in. So, shout out to Dork Tales, The Crowned DM, TC_Pool with an E, Perception Studio, longtime friends of the show, another incredible film studio doing great work, and Mad Bird Streams. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Also, the best way to share the Bud Love around here, give everybody the emotes, get a little access to the lighters up and all that stuff. Sharing gift subs, Arj threw one out, and Precarious dropped 20 for Nicole's birthday. So,
I mean,
thank you. Yes.
Quack,
Wow. Also, shoot shout out to LiveMagnet.com. They donated these wonderful lav magnets that we're using tonight to hold our mics in place.
Yeah, I just turn it off when I eat and drink, guys.
So there it is. So he's he's back.
I don't want you to.
I
chew loud.
Don't hold that against
It's like,
LiveMagnet.com.
yeah, when I eat chips, it's like,
LoveMagnet.com.
LoveMagnet.com. You've just
Love-a-dee,
gotta be using
love.
them at your table. And as always,
Just gotta.
thanks to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at Sirenscape.com because epic games need epic sound. We're serious adults, I promise. We are going to keep on cooking here. We do have us a little section we like to call Arj Nemesis's hashtags of the week. I'm going to pass it over to my girl, Brenna. Brenna, what you got this week?
Hashtag weekend at Bernie Sanders.
Thank you. I put that on to be like, it is because he's Sanders is his last name.
Yeah,
so
I
that you would
appreciate
put-
that.
yeah.
That way I read it correctly.
Sanders.
Thank you very much. I will add this to the collection. How about you, Drew?
oh, me? I've got two, but they're kind of the same.
Oh.
It's hashtag unkool-aid man and hashtag oh no.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Nicole, what you got for us?
I love my hashtag, guys. Mine is hashtag do we need both bodies?
Psychopath. I'm scared to sit next to
True
her.
crime. True crime. True
What do
crime.
you mean you need-
True crime.
There's still a naked guy with his butt up under a pew in a church right now.
No heads.
That's for the bits there, bud.
Oh, man.
Oh, Stacia. Yay, welcome in, Stacia.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh, what about you, Jake? What do you got?
Well, it's true. A boy's best friend is his mother.
True crime. True crime.
Grapes in her eyes
Grapes
right
in her
now?
eyes, yes. Yes.
Grapes. Grapes, scotch.
Great. What do you got, man?
I went with one very near and dear in my heart, and it is, like, again, as like the producer of the show, I feel like I kind of dropped the ball in building the momentum toward what we should have been all celebrating with everybody that's been along for this ride. Mine is hashtag episode 100.
yeah, boy.
Man, last week was our 100th episode. This is going to be Sesh 101.
101.
Holy shit, guys. That is
Is that why there was an error at the beginning?
Yes.
Was it error 101?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's
It
Jake.
was in the script. It was all.
Look,
right,
it's
it's
just all
scripts.
up till
It's in
now. Brenna
Oh,
fart
there,
noise.
yeah, there it is. It's right there.
Brenda fart noise. It's all.
See, Drew finally got a copy of the updated
Ah,
one. Thank you,
Jake
Drew.
says Brenda fart noise. Yep, it's all right here.
There it is. Yes, the Nicole says to Jake. Jake said Brenna fart noise. Yes. Yep. We're
to
right. I
change
think we're all
my
covered.
tone.
Right on
Cartridge.
page. Great. Great.
All right, guys. I mean, we're here to play some fucking D&D. Don't you think so? So, in order to do that, oh yeah, I'm sorry, Brenna. We're playing D&D tonight.
Oh.
This isn't a surprise party.
thought-
I'm really stoked.
Oh man, I'm really
I thought this was an intervention. Thank God. Anyway,
Not yet,
we may
Brenna.
role play.
Not yet.
We may be role playing an intervention
Roll
later.
for shame. Roll for shame.
For shame.
This is gonna flip into a Guess Who board, a giant.
Guess who you hurt? Me.
It's just all you. Every flip up is you.
Anyways.
All right, guys, we do have us a little ritual we like to do around here. Maybe you heard about it, maybe you haven't, but we like to take a lighter, like this gray one. I have its gray today. I don't know why. Make sure you're not going to light any of your friends, family, or household pets on fire and go. Light us up. Touch my flame. Let's play some fucking D&D.
Yeah.
So load up bowl and make a roll to take control. Weed&d.
Ooh. All right. I thought I'd try it. I didn't like it. I didn't like that
Hey,
one.
you committed at least.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Commit to the bit.
I was eating my baby bell, bro. How dare you?
How dare you?
All right, guys. We are in the midst of some pretty heavy shit, so what do you say you allow me to set the mood? When last we left the Helping Committee, or THC, they were in the midst of a terrific battle. After learning what lay hidden within the powdered wig atop the head of Zymark Ivrecular, his mother's skull, THC decided to bring the severed heads of the 2 guard corpses they found within the Grand Church of Cordeaux to Mark's mentor in necromancy, Tabetha Rotheart, within Poulpay. Tactically avoiding the patrols of the armies of the Stag who now enforce the martial law declared by Lord Commander Garaneth Ildebrand, THC arrived in Poulpay and witnessed its citizens pushing back against this new power shift in the Kush kingdoms. Amidst the chaos, they came upon their patron, Mash O'Malley, who led them to an underground chamber safe from prying eyes and pesky accents. They divulged what they had discovered and learned that Rax Royalbane, leader of the House of the Octopus, had not been seen in nearly a month, and also more, that the Master Nug of the Kingdom's Kushara is dying. Mash promised to send his agents to find information to questions unanswered, and the party continued onward to the desolate home of Tabetha, where they found her in a trance before a floating Necrichor. Upon trying to wake her up from this trance, she became seemingly possessed by its dark magics. The scent of blood within alerted Lucian that the spirit bound by the Necrichor is a member of his fallen order of ghost slayers. The spirit unleashed its terrible power on our heroes, and each of them became corrupted by its grasp. All right, guys. Let's jump back in
Every time.
Ooh, way.
You guys are all standing within the chambers of Tabetha Rotheart, clearly a necromantic witch in her studies, strange books and tomes littered around the floor with skeletons and rotting bits all around. Currently the casting of shadows in the room illuminates a few figures as you see Enra hidden kind of behind the table in the far side of the room. Her eyes currently burning black with shadow magic, and her usually golden and blonde wings are now purple and black. You see her body shakes, being such imbued by such ferocious power. The Necrichor bottle itself now lies laying on the ground in the middle of the room at the feet of Tabetha Rotheart. This old gray-haired woman that Mark, you know very closely, your mentor within magic. Dark shades over her eyes with drips that fall down on her pale cheeks, her black lips, but currently her frail form is somewhat broken, floating, in the air in front of you. These strange black tendrils whipping around. You
Nice!
You look over and you see Mark, currently standing, just next to this Necrichor now on the ground, your eyes also burning black, so corrupted by the tendrils' touch. You feel a little bit of your blood being drawn out of your body, being sucked into these tendrils that flow into your possessed mentor who now floats in the room in front of you. Your body's shaking with tremendous energy, but you have no ability or faculty to move your hands in this moment. You've been controlled by this dark energy. We look over at Pickles on Wii, and it just, Pickles looks the same, just the same. But you can feel something's off. Like,
Oh, yeah, Pickles definitely still has his,
yes,
Yeah.
and just glimmering with a little bit of the dark black magic energy that flashes in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Pickles, you feel that same thing. This, your strength, your ki is almost cut off from you in this moment. You see the panic-stricken fear in your eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Terror.
You see, Tabetha, you look around, those of you that are possessed, I notice I haven't mentioned Lucian, but for a reason. You guys, the three of you fell victim to the attacks of these black magical tendrils. And so you are in a form being controlled right now by this creature. You feel it reaching into you, but rather than the frail voice of Tabetha that you're used to hearing, Jake, you hear this dark, infernal voice. Yes, you puny mortals, I shall feed upon your fears, betray each of you, and make you weak. I drink of your blood. And with that, you feel a strain of energy suck out of you, each of you taking 1 damage. You see the image of the life force being pulled from you, and with it, all of your collective minds come into one point. And we start kind of flying as this creature starts pickling into the back of your mind. And suddenly you look down this dark street, and for a moment it feels very familiar to one of you, a strange young boy with blonde hair and piercing blue eyes, running from his mother and father, the street doused in rain. We see the camera shift. Mark standing before the grave of his mother after peeling her face off and watching her eyes illuminate with the burning heat of the unresting, corrupted, separated from him forever. It turns, and we find ourselves with Pickles Ennui in the library of Nade Manor, as you hear a woman being stricken down the hallway. The ability to go and to protect her separate from you, because you are no longer this woman's protector, you now protect her child. We shift out of that, and you all kind of collectively rejoin the room, feeling that energy control you as you all shift and look at Lucian Lamore. You see him struggling, having been struck by this member of his own order. His sword no longer glowing with radiant energy, but a fearsome black. His eyes are black, but with this strange vision you have, you also see that swirling Necrichor, this shrouded figure with black-crowned horns that's like a wispy spirit about yay tall, and it's floating around his body, biting him and drawing blood from him. You see the magic fusing between the two of them. At this point, the crackles of shadow reveal 2 of the darklings in the room, as we've explained, their little yellow eyes and sharp teeth peering at you from these newly created shadows. But in this moment, the Necrichor has done what it will do. Mark, what do you do?
Did you say, does Mark have any control at all? Like, are we, now that we've heard this bellowing voice, are we?
The D&D of it all is you'll get a save at the end of your turn. Right now, you've heard that this creature is basically feeding off of these fears that you have. You can choose to embrace those fears in this moment and take, rather than a battle action, a more of a narrative action. But that is kind of looming in front of you. You can also just attempt to let the end of your turn go and see what happens while it's trying to puppet you.
Mm-hmm. It's a strange memory for me because, of course, the most traumatic and terrible thing for it to ever happen was passing of my mother. But the specifics of the taking her skull with me, despite how morbid it really is.
No,
It's for snacks.
it's fine.
Where are you going to keep your grapes?
Right.
Thanks, Mum.
Oh, a healthy snack.
One for later.
Yes.
That fucked me up a little, bro. Oh, his mom's eyes.
It's eyes.
Nice.
I decided to eat the grape right when I'm in the middle of talking. Be a smart performer.
And then, guys, do you remember when Jake died eating that grape?
Yeah.
Just
Long live, and we did nothing.
I'm a rough
Nothing
deal.
happened.
Yeah.
I'm killing you in real life.
No one got
physical
up.
challenge.
No one got up because we thought he was acting.
Yeah.
Fake. I thought it was fake.
We wanted like the
Jake
aggro
eats too
crag, but we got grapes instead. So thanks, Joe Rogan.
Oh.
Fear
But,
factor. I don't know.
Oh, that's what he's most known for. It's sad. I remember him like, oh, Fear Factor Joe Rogan.
Yeah, right? Or like news radio.
News radio, Joe Rogan!
Oh.
Sorry, I yelled
He was
it.
the
Oh,
like
my God.
attractive.
Oh,
handyman.
it's like Phil Hartman too.
Phil Hartman, bro.
Oh,
Man.
heartbreaker.
Yes, Mark, kind of as you're peering into
So high.
you see like what would happen if your mother was so embraced by these unresting, her soul stricken from her body, and the only thing you have left, that little bit of essence within the skull that rests in your head, turning away from you and no longer ever being able to see her again. You feel kind of like the cold touch of the ground, of the moist ground of the graveyard. You smell the wet grasses and mud that lingers around you, and you start kind of being pulled into that place. And so too do the other 2 of you that are connected. So it's like you're kind of drawing yourself into this fear inside your mind.
Mm-hmm. And despite that being such a difficult and life-changing day, the fact that there is still a part of her with me, I'd really like to focus in on that. It's still in my wig, so I will present it, especially with whether or not it's in her control. The fact that Tabetha, my mentor, one of the other most important women in my life, is in this state, I at least know. Mother is a boy's best friend.
All right. You see you kind of, instinctually grab your mother's skull and you feel that little whisper in the back. You are born to rule. The hair on your arm stands up and you have this moment of trying to reject the control of this fear that he's trying to cripple you with. In this sense, you will get advantage on your saving throw to get off of this effect. But it does have an ability. And this is where you notice, again, you're necromancer. You notice the dark energy that's kind of around Thoricus. This Necrichor has fused itself to him in some way. So to harm it is to harm him as well. You don't know to what degree, but you see it's somewhat fused with his form now as it bites these little magical energies and feeds on them, and they pump back into his body. So it's somewhat linked onto him right now. But yes, this thing does get the chance. You see it kind of turns. You see burning purple in its eyes, and it's going to make you move. It actually moves you over here behind Tabetha.
Whoa. Oh no.
And so you feel your body, moving outside of your control. But it's also still Funyun's turn. The skeleton standing there with the decapitated guard's head on his shoulders. He is not controlled, and it is your turn. So,
oh my God.
Do you want to do anything with Funyuns in this moment?
Funyuns.
Doesn't want to do things with Funyuns.
Yes. Okay.
Oh man.
Me, I'm not a huge Funyun fan, I'm sorry.
Since I see the Necrichor swirling around Lucian, that's a Funyun trying to fucking grab it, take it out of orbit.
Okay, so let me give you the. If you
stop it in its place.
Do you want to attack, try to grapple it, try to pull it off? What do you want to do?
Because I'm aware he'll be harmed if I hurt it.
Correct. So you just kind of want to grapple it?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me it's going to be a contested strength check. It doesn't have a great strength either, but I don't think skeletons do either. Let me see. I can give
Guess
you that
not.
real quick.
No, not
does
a lot
get
of
plus
protein on those boys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And those skelly boys not really rocking a whole lot of protein.
Yeah.
Just walking around sounding like a xylophone.
I mean, they got bone marrow. There's protein in bone marrow,
All right.
right?
Sorry, I told you I was going to print you out the skeleton stat block too. This is my fault.
All I know is they get
+3 to their attack as you're a dope necromancer.
and +6 to HP.
Okay,
from that
cool.
undead thrall.
Sweet. So they have. So in that case, they have 19 hit points. They have a +0 to their strength. I have a -1. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. Let's see. So it's going to be my roll against yours. I got an 8, so -1. I have a 7.
I have advantage. Ooh. Do I roll again, or no? This is all him.
No. The advantage will be on your saving throw.
That's a 3, baby.
A 3.
Damn it!
All right, so you see Funyuns. There's still a decapitated head within its chest, and then the other decapitated head set atop the skeleton frame. You see, even as you are pulled away by this strange figure, you have control over this being, and you draw it to try to grab this thing off of Lucian. You see as it reaches toward him, Lucian himself turns around and slaps the hands away. So controlled as he is well in this moment.
Get it, Lulu.
All right, so now it is the end of your turn, Mark. Go ahead and make me the saving throw. Again, that is a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
DC 14 con.
With advantage.
So con. Sorry.
More room, bro. I feel like you're so squished in there. I want to give you more room.
No, we're nice. Thank you.
I feel like I got a good spread.
Yo. With advantage, literally a 14.
Yeah!
Damn.
For a moment, your hand just slides up into your powdered wig, and you feel that whisper through your mother, and you cast the shadow tendril away. It floats back into Tabetha. And you can see that voice that spoke to you is not hers. Something has been embodied her in this moment. There it goes. So yes, Mark, that is the end of your turn, but you are now free from that control. So, you see Tabetha kind of floating in front of you. It is now Pickles on Wee's turn. Pickles, you're sitting in that moment. I don't want to visit that too strongly, obviously, but the idea of that moment where you realize that no longer could you protect Alyssa Nade, but now your protection is Serenade. And you're kind of standing in that great library within Nade Manor, somewhat focused on this exchange that you had with Alyssa Nade. And she told you that she would admonish you, Pickles, from protecting her. That you would now protect her daughter, for she knew the rest of her life would be a nightmare. and that you would never get to rest. And so, standing there in the library, you hear the kind of stilted cries of the young serenade down the hallway. You're the person you now protect, as this somewhat memory that's been a little hard for you to find in your mind comes into light between the events of chapter 1 and that strange period where your memories lapsed. You hear the beast. Oh, delicious, such suffering. Poor child, poor woman. And it's just kind of climbing in. Again, you feel that blood being drawn. Again, you have blood and it is sucking it out of you. But there you stand in this moment. What do you do, Pickles?
It's sucking the blood out of me. Okay, so this is I am aware of nightmares. How you said nightmares?
Yes.
And I know how they work and like fear and death and stuff. And I'm really not afraid of death anymore. So what I'm gonna do is confront this motherfucker because I'm like, well, if all this, like, I've lived this before, I know how this ends. So now I'm gonna go the other way.
You feel yourself step out of yourself in the memory. There's now these 2 points. One road that goes forward that you know because you live in it.
It goes back to Sarah. It goes to Sarah.
It goes to Sarah and the Helping Committee and the Kush Kingdoms. But in this moment, Pickles, you step out of your fear. You feel the beast, wait, no, kind of clawing for this wisp that is connected to you.
I'm a teddy bear, you cannot tap. Yeah, I do little flippies, like.
The door's shut in front of you. You hear the echo through the stone chambers of the Nade Manor like you've heard so many times before. The stilted tears of Alyssa Nade as she stands in the chamber of her husband. You feel the hallway, the cold touch on your feet as you round the corner and you see him standing there. It is the creature itself, as you saw from within the Necrichor. Not Alyssa Nade's husband, but rather this shadow creature with a black shadow crown and burning purple eyes that turns and looks at you. What are you doing here? This is not real. It has no power.
So let's rumble, beach, and I'm gonna just run up and be like, pa.
All right, give me your attacks.
Okay.
Awesome, dope.
So let's rumble. All right, a 15 and a 13.
All right.
Plus, yeah, those
They
all,
both hit, yeah.
So, because then it's plus 8.
Yeah.
All right, so 1d4 plus 5, but I do 2 of them.
Yeah. Bah, bah.
Read those.
You run up and it's kind of like, wait, what the? As you fly into the air.
2 and 1.
And then plus 2 4s, right?
Yes.
So, all right, so that's 11 damage.
Cool.
You kind of run up and, just bust a double punch on this thing.
Yeah.
It tries to reach up and stop you, but you're too fast, too agile. You are the Pickles of now, not the Pickles of then.
That's right, motherfucker!
Cigarettes floating in the air as you kick him right in the face.
Yeah.
He falls back for a brief moment. Alyssa Nade looks up. She wipes the tears from her eyes. And you see that you, for one more time, were able to protect her. You kind of shoot back into this room as you see Mark like striking the shadows from his eyes. You still see the quivering purple and black feathers of Enra on the side of the room. But you look around, cast this tether of fear off of you.
Of me.
Only one remains. So delicious. And Pickles, you got anything else? You get your saving throw is passed by virtue of you beat the corruption out of it.
Punch him in the face. I punch you in the face.
That's why Brenna's the best dad. So just beat up your nightmares.
Yeah, that's fine. Just kick their asses.
Nightmares.
How dare you?
Where is he? In the closet?
Okay. Does anything get to move me?
No, actually, you managed to get out. You used your move literally in this dream. Like you moved down in like a metaphorical hallway. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to see if I should be where I am, but I'm over there still.
Yeah, you're over it now. You remember you're at a table and you can kind of see again. There's 2 of those weird darklings. They haven't done anything yet, but you notice their eyes. Again, the crackling tentacles not sending shadows around seems to not be summoning any more of them. So breaking these tethers seems to be helping you guys in this moment.
Okay.
Cool.
Is there a way that I can maybe just do like a helping action for Enra or something? Because she's like kind of like I can see her across the way from me because you said one more and I guess I can look over. I don't know what that looks like to you.
It looks like an inspiration point.
Hey!
Boom!
Nice.
Yeah.
Cast
That's
it.
a good sound. I like
All right, so how do you? Yeah, I know. I'm like, I have to throw them in. That sounded amazing. So what do? Pickles? You wipe the shadow away. You see the last tendril, and it's like as if the ones that have been removed from you and Mark have now emerged into the form of this. The shadows burning off of Tabetha are bright. Strange blood mist flows from beneath her feet and fills the room all around you. And you see Enra start starts shaking. So much negative energy is now focused in on her as you see this beast crawling into her fears.
Cool. So I'm gonna. So I see the tendril shooting, from the thing to her, and if it all goes like well, I want to. It's like slow motion. I'm like, I'm gonna kick your wrist, and then I jump, and I'm doing like a flying kick to the tendril. So if everything goes well and it passes, it's like the kick at the same time helps
Sever
split it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all just like, come you son of a bitch. Yeah. Just empty face.
Expressionless.
I just gotta know, is the tambourine rattling or not? Do you want him to know you're coming?
Oh yes. Yes. Look, it's me, you motherfucker. I'm coming again, you bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, you see Pickles just blows. Again, having some proficiency within the nightmare space, you launch yourself out of it.
It's like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right, so Pickles, that's your turn. That'll
Okay.
grant Enra some advantage as she works through her round as well. But it is not her turn, it is Lucian's.
Uh-oh.
Lucian, roll me a d4.
Okay.
And if it's a 4, re-roll it.
It is a 2.
All right, you kind of watch these two passing, tentacles coming out of Tabetha, drawing from your allies, drinking of their blood. You sense the fusion between the strange life force that's now somewhat piloting your body as this burning necromantic sword blazes in front of you. The empty Necrichor bottle on the ground, but the spirit within it now kind of controlling your body. You see Pickles on Wee flying through the air.
Of course.
And you just roll up and baseball batter. Give me an attack with against Pickles on Wee. You are blood puppet.
Oh my
God. 18.
All right, so that's a hit. And give me damage. And remember to add the d6
What
for the
happened?
burning necromantic damage.
What did it hit? You. I have a 17. What did he hit?
You hit an 18 plus his attack.
9.
9. All right, so
fine.
Pickles. You're like, and it's like the sound as you rattle and you're flying through the air. You would never
sorry.
expect Lucian Lamore to come at you. You think surely he's gonna give you a springboard to jump off of and do some cool epic thing. But instead, by the time you notice, your dark eyes just glance over to the side and you see the full swing of a two-handed necromantic sword bat you against the wall.
It's like reverse tea party from the prologue.
Slap. Give me a dexterity saving
like a
throw.
cricket
Pickles.
bat?
You might not be prone.
Where did these
You
go?
might not be prone.
Where am I? +7. That's a 9.
So 16?
Yeah.
You're good. You fall, with your
good.
control over your body. You're
It's
not
like
prone.
a smack against the wall.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Just like teddy bear against the wall and falls.
And then it's like back in normal time, and I'm just staying like, what the
Shit. Yeah. Oh man, that did not.
Do I feel bad?
Yeah, Lucian, you watch this.
Do I have control over that?
You feel again. You're as the blood between you and him is he's losing your own blood against you, and so you see everything, but just your body is being used without your. Because
What am I doing? I'm so sorry.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
Again, you hear like a weird fract, like something within this creature that's on you is trying to reach out to you, but it's not like there's too much static between you and it. But there is a familiarity in this presence that's trying to get into your mind. Now, again, this creature is some infusion that's bound with one of the ghost slayers, so it could be something like that. But unfortunately, at this point, it is attached to you right now. And you're gonna repeat the saving throw. So give me a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I got it. It's already 15, so I don't even have to add it. I'm good.
Cool. Good timing. That's great. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
You see, you blood jetpack it. It like gets on your back and it's like making you move, and you're like, you want my blood, bro? And you just fill him up like a leech with too much blood, and he pops off.
Get off of me.
You see his spirit re-imbibes the bottle, and it now starts floating again in the room. You feel that static in your brain, but it's not able to focus in. That is the end of your turn, however. So, Enra, you hear a thunder strike. Cold rain in a strange land.
You know, the buildings around are too foggy in your memory to remember. You just remember this exact moment. The footsteps of your own through the puddles, you know, having been just rejected by the two people that are supposed to love you most. And the cry of your brother reaching out for you, piercing blue eyes and blonde hair, his hand outstretched to yours. You see him somewhat teetering between these two places in the world, going with you or going with them. And in this moment, you can hear the strong tendril, the infused magics reaching in. I know who you are. I know what you fear. Did he leave you all alone? And you feel the dark tendrils piercing into your mind. Enra, what do you do?
Oh, I feel the rush of the memory hit me, and my eyes burn from the tears that I could not stop and haven't been able to stop for what feels like forever once my parents disowned me. I see my brother reaching for me, and I remember this moment, and I go to reach out for his hand.
It seems just out of reach. Oh, not strong enough, huh? Can't change the way it was. Still floating in front of you.
I remember yelling at him to turn around and go back, that the life that I now had to face was not one that I should put onto him. And the memory of that burns my soul and makes me feel so sad. But I knew that it was the right thing for that moment. But I think about my brother. I look at him in this dream and I reach again. And I try to reach him again.
You know, you are now in your mind the domain of the soul blade, and your own psychic energies start crackling against this purple and black magic that pierces within you. You look at your brother and his hand still outstretched, you know, remembering the words that you spoke to him. But unlike in the reality of what occurred, where he then turned and went back to the life that you don't really know much about what happened from that point. At this point, you see his hand starts burning with black fire, and the skin starts peeling from his hand as he's possessed by this dark creature. The burning black crown around his head, the burning purple eyes, the ferocity of your pink and his purple magics pushing against each other in this moment. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's just the D20, right?
Yes, and then you add your where it says saving throws, it'll be that Constitution one.
Oh, I got a 19, so I'm really good.
You see your brother reaching for you, being possessed by this strange creature. His claw raises up in the air, and as it strikes at you, what do you do?
I hug him.
You wrap your arms around him, and your wings blow out. And as you reject the shadow magic that's piercing into your body, you all in the room watch as Enra's wings shoot open, and the black and purple magic is cast off of them. You see them blazing in their pure blonde and gold energy. The tendrils now all withdrawn within the floating body of Tabetha. You see she... all the broken bones now reset. Her eyes open in front of you. Mark. She looks at you. Help me. It is the Necrichor's turn. So, all right, let's see. Does it recharge? We Super Saiyaned it a little bit. So it was, it was a 6, and then it hit my joint and turned into a 5, bro. The weed saved you. It saved you. Yes, yeah, we should smoke that. That was. I mean, literally, it had. I watched the dice like, boop. Oh no, there was a joint there, Brandon. It's it. It's it. It's it.
Oh, I'm trying to.
Oh, right.
This bowl
I
so I
forgot
can do
how
that,
strong
right?
it is.
Yes, this stuff will get you guys.
Yeah.
Oops.
I warned everybody, so I feel nothing. All right, so at this cause, now that it is the Necrichor's turn, unfortunately, you guys did stop it from summoning any more of these darklings, but the darklings do get to go. You see they snatch out of the darkness.
Go where?
There's 2 of them, and I just want to make sure they only have the other.
Go home. Go home.
Yeah.
Crit miss. Shit crit on one of them. Little shit crit if you're playing along at home.
I'm gonna make it a 1.
And the other one is a 16 plus 5. So it's the closest. Dude, it's going after Funyuns. You see it lurches forward at it.
and swings. Remember, Funyuns has 19 hit points. And at this point, it takes 5 plus 7. It takes 12 damage. Some of it's necrotic, and I think...
Good night, sweet.
Nope, it
Does
doesn't.
necrotic
No, you
heal
take...
it?
oh, no, it has vulnerability. No, vulnerability to bludgeoning. You're good. So just 12. 12 damage. So Funyuns is at 7. You know, you see it just reaches out and slashes at it. And as you notice Tabitha's body slowly coming down into the room, this maelstrom of magic spinning all around her, you do see the darkling turns and looks at her, flips his knife around. His goal is to go after her.
Can I just paint the scene with Funyuns getting attacked? Because I don't know why, just
Please.
stuff with skeletons make me laugh.
Please.
Skeletons are just funny.
Yeah.
And I love it
Yeah.
because we're all gonna be one someday. Yay!
Yay! We are all future
But, like-
skeletons. We are all future skeletons.
Right when the strike's coming, the jaw just and it gets slapped off. So the brunt of the damage probably like take out a couple
Just-
of like sternum, but yeah, the jaw.
Boom! You know,
Oh
floats
no, he's
away.
got the head on top.
I was gonna not tell you that and then bring it up later.
Wait,
but no,
did
that's
something
fair.
happen?
Yeah.
Can it still slap the head off?
Yeah, I can slap the head off because it's like it doesn't need to stay on the skeleton.
And then he runs around looking for
Yeah. He's busy now.
He
Yeah.
grabs the other one out of his rib cage and puts it on his head. I'm good.
Gotta
Yes.
have a spare head.
Yes, you see the head of one of these poor guards, dude. They were just doing their job. And it's the one whose butt is out under that pew right now.
Of course
I'm
it
gonna
is.
get that specific. You see his head
Buttley.
just
good old
flies
ass
off.
out
And
Buttley.
because it's funny, Funyuns does just reach into his rib cage and put the other head on. It is the Necrichor's turn. So it made the Darklings go. And then now it is like its official turn. It did not recharge blood puppets, so it's just gonna fire like a little bolt at.
Does anyone have a grinder?
What's that?
I have
Does
one.
anyone have a grinder?
I do, yeah, right here.
May I use that
Ooh, you
grinder?
may, yes, please. With my
friends.
I
regards.
was gonna say I have some ground up if he just wants.
This is actually going to. Now this is a new tactic that you're now noticing. You see it turn. You know, the floating orb in the room, the shadowy essence within. It turns, and you see that shadow blade pierce out of the glass toward Tabetha. He goes to strike her for. That is a hit, and that's 2d8. 12 plus 6, 18 damage.
Whoa!
You see the shadow blade pierce the stomach of Tabitha. She looks out and instinctively reaches for you. Mark, help! And she's having a hard time breathing. The Necrichor then is going to. You see just the swirling mist of that red blood magic spins around it, and it teleports 5. 30 to this other corner of the room, kind of far away from everybody. So that is the end of its turn. You see the floating orb on the far side of the room, you know, the darkling that's sitting there on the ground next to Funyuns. And all of you have actually rebutted all of this this crazy dark magic that was all up inside you. So we are at, that's the end of the Necrichor's turn. Mark, what do you do?
Oh! Well, I need to tend to Tabitha as she reaches out, of course.
You feel her kind of cold, undeadish skin. You know, she's always got very smooth, very cold skin. You feel it even colder as this like massive blow has been struck to her. You do know she's bleeding, so if she takes that much damage again, she will be killed. And so, yes, you reach out to her. What do you do?
I'm already reaffirmed because it's back to her eyes again. I can tell something with the eyes rolled back. But with us necromancers, I wrote the word down because it's cool. Anasacoria, it's like the David Bowie where like one pupil's permanently dilated.
Yes,
Because
yes.
once you see life and death, your eyes are always a little different.
Wow.
So I'm relieved that at least she's back, she's out of this fucking thing's control.
Yeah.
I'll slap a health potion on her.
You know, you just kind of pour. Again, we
We
always
always are violent with our
Smash it up.
If there was time, you could have opened it. All right, yeah, 2d4,
Open
2d4
hand.
plus 2.
2d4.
Give me them hands.
Yeah.
Wow. So 4 and a 1.
Nice. So
7.
7. Mark that. All right. Oh, that's a marker. Boom. All right. So you see, you know, kind of pour some of it on the wound. The blade of shadow now gone as the Necrichor's moved around the room. You just splash it right into the hole. You see some of the skin starts reconnecting as the magical energy heals her form. But that is your action.
Sweet. And then I just want to ask, just because this is like my first like spellcaster heavy character, cantrips are a bonus action, right?
No, most
They're not.
cantrips are full actions.
Okay, cool.
There are certain spells that will say their casting time is a bonus action. Also, triggering your skeleton to attack is a bonus action.
Right.
So you
okay.
can have Funyun attack that way. That's kind of like a resource you'll have to choose from time to time.
Sweet.
And then there's that weird mechanic. We'll go over it as it applies. When we go over your spell list, we'll make sure that if this comes up, when you cast a bonus action spell, the only other spell you can cast is a cantrip at that time. So it's like by using the fast magic, you can't get as much of a turn out of it. So.
No, makes sense. Thank you for
Yes. Sounds
clarifying.
right.
We're always learning,
I'm
guys.
sure rules will tear you up if you're wrong.
Yeah,
Right? We'll see that in the chat.
Rules will just tear you apart. Technically,
Yeah, no, you can. If you're a fighter and you use an action surge, you can cast another leveled spell. If there's like a mechanic that'll give you like a full, beyond that realm of the action-reaction move, bonus action mechanic. So like a haste, I don't think haste does it, but I know an action surge actually would allow you to cast another leveled spell.
Okay, sweet. No, cheers. Thank you again
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this. Especially with this being so new. But you said Funyuns on my bonus action.
Yeah, Funyuns, you can activate all Funyuns on your bonus action.
Activate. I'm just so like, well, at first after healing Tabetha, just because the way we just kind of flirt with death, we're just kind of flirty about it anyway. What the fuck have you been dabbling with? And then I'll just sick Funyuns to go after, because he's closer to the Necrichor, so just kind of have him try and.
Yeah.
It's not going to damage Lucy anymore, so.
Yeah, so you're going after the Necrichor?
Fuck it up. Yeah.
What's the skeleton's move speed? I just have to check, because I want to be fair. 30. You're good. Sweet. So you see Funyuns, runs forward with its new head.
He's pissed off about the other head.
Yeah, almost slips on his other head on the floor. He's like, running forward. So yeah, you see he runs up to him. He gets a swing. Remember, yours is +7 to hit instead of +4. So it's a d20 +7. Lurches forward with this.
7 for Funyuns. And 21.
That's a hit. It does a d6 +2.
It's one of these big clunkers. So that is a 5.
All right. 7 total or 5?
5 total.
Okay, cool. All right.
Get him, Funyuns.
get him. Yeah.
All right. Boom. All right, yeah, you slash, you see he kind of runs up and pierces the Necrichor. Again, the glass on the bottle kind of cracking as this damage is applied to it. It does, nope, it's good to that. So you see it, it takes the strike and you hear the, you foolish mortals, too afraid to do anything of any significance. I will drink of your blood once more. But yeah, that's the end of. I think that's the end of your turn.
Just your typical Tuesday.
Just so.
Big deal.
Pickles make eyes with everybody though. Just like we're all good.
I mean, I can hear in the mind
Yeah, we're
thingy.
still mind
We're still
linked.
connected with that. So
Mind link.
even though I'm not in control of my body, I can tell you guys I'm not in control of my body.
No, you broke it. You're out
You're
of it.
okay now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
your
but
sword is blazing. Once
I could have told him that previously, like when I hit Pickles.
No, it would be similar to like what was trying to reach your mind.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
that static.
Oh, okay, that's why
had
it was
control
static.
over
That
your,
makes
even your mind.
sense.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it didn't have the right channel.
Let's fuck it up.
fuck yeah.
I went Fallout with it. I like it. All right, but yo, Pickles on Wii. It is your turn. What do you do?
Okay, so then the music
Recover.
starts up again. You don't. I'm like, all right, never mind then. And then I go, you don't love me now. That one. It's the slow motion because now I'm gonna run and I wanna hip hop and jump. Yeah. So it just starts over again. But I'm going like, if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. And I can still hear you say, and I want to hit the guy, the bad guy.
All right.
Hit the bat.
But I'm
Roll up and
gonna,
hit that bad guy.
but I want to like run and do
start
like, but it's the
rocking
same.
out.
That's my
Never
slow
know.
motion
Yeah.
thing. Like I'm gonna beat you up. Yeah.
He's like, oh, no.
Okay, so I got a 16 and a 4 for my 2.
All right, so what's your attack bonus though? Wow. It has a 12 AC.
My attack bonus is it's 7.
Oh, just under. The second
Yeah.
strike doesn't. As you run up triumphantly upon it.
That's okay.
You hit.
Cool. Excellent. So now I'm gonna do at least one of these guys. That's a 4 plus 4,
Nice.
so 8.
Nice. 8 more damage. This next
But I have so many things I could do, so I'm gonna
yeah.
Two things. Okay.
I'm gonna do all my
Do
things.
something crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something. Well, I'm gonna
something
flurry of
crazy.
blows, of course, because you gotta,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
so, that means I'm gonna do one more of these guys. Hello. So I'm setting a key point.
Burning some key.
It's a 3. So, yeah, that's
Yeah,
that.
you see, as you strike this thing, you notice the first punch, you punch the glass and it breaks a little bit. But then instead of that strange creature floating around, you see those crying eyes of Alyssa Nade. And like your fists just can't bear to deliver the strike to the glass. Oh, so afraid, little toy.
I am not a toy. I am a bear!
You see, he's like, all right, but that, you got anything else, Pickles?
No, I use my bonus action, I use my standard action, and so I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm gonna get out of there. Fuck that.
Yeah, you have so
So the
much
music goes backwards.
You see Lucian like swings at you again.
Yeah, I'm like, you fucking idiot! Just because I was like, I'm not
Sorry.
We didn't do that bad.
just for funsies, just for old time's sake. Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, that image was too good.
It was great.
This is, remember we said this was dangerous. All right.
So yeah, it's just
Dangerous.
backwards.
Dangerous place.
All right, so Pickles, that's your turn. Lucian Lamore.
What's up?
You know, you look, you see the brand of castigation, your blazoned gold burning middle finger floating on the glass jar. But at the same time, you look down on your chest and you have your own shadow emblazoned middle finger on you. This ghost slayer has also castigated you. And so, as you will know where it goes, if it goes away, it will also know where you are.
Yeah, it will be castigon.
All right, but Lucian, you are in full control of your faculties, having broken off the control of the Necrichor. What do you do?
Well, it's good to be back. I guess we should attack the Necrichor some more. That's pretty. That's what's closest to me, right? Or no, it moved.
It did
from me.
move, yeah. 10, 15, 20. You can reach it.
You can get to
Okay. So yeah, I mean, unless the other thing, the shadow.
The darkling, you know, again,
Darkling,
you're also, you know, anybody kind of like near this thing, it's like clearly like looking at her like, oh, I'm gonna stab the crap out of her.
Yeah.
It's not trying to hide its intentions.
They're all going after. What's her name?
Tabetha.
Tabetha. Mm-hmm. All of them are.
Right
Or
now, it
just-
seems everything is interested in attacking Tabetha.
Well, we got to start knocking some of these things out. It's a numbers game at this point. So yeah, I guess I'll just go for the Necrichor because that's what came at me first.
Your sword burning gold again.
Oh, yeah.
The radiant energy shines off it. But yes. If you're going to San Francisco.
Wow.
Some damage.
I was like, maybe some mamas and papas at least. All the leaves are brown. You know.
All the leaves. Oh, I like that. Yeah. All the leaves. Are
Yeah.
California isn't real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's real.
Sea elf accent. It's not California.
Yeah. Sea elf.
Sea elf,
Not
bro.
California.
Come on. What are you talking about? France ain't real. All right. You run up to this thing. Give me them attacks, bro. You got the burning sword already lit. Unfortunately, I was trying to use it, so it didn't go out because it was using it against your friends.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
That's a 5.
Plus. If it's 7, you hit.
Plus a kiss.
Wait, what am I doing?
You're just your sword attack.
Fuck. It is. What did you say it needed to be?
It needs to be a 12.
Okay. Then it's not. It's an 11.
An 11. The same thing that occurred to Pickles begins to occur to you as, you know, the mamas and the papas start fading out in the back. Your blade comes down, and once more, you actually see the face of which soldier this is bound within.
Oh, okay.
You see, coming out from that strange
something out of it.
shadow as the crown comes off, you see Castadran. A fellow member of the Ghost Slayers. And as his face flashes into the glass in front of you, your blade just cannot strike. You miss.
Well, it's because I didn't want to hit my boy. You know, I'm like, oh, hey, I didn't know it was you, bro. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I rolled shitty.
When you describe the song cutting out, I just imagine like they do it in so many movies where it'd be like, all the leaves are brown, 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 brown.
A tear falls from his eye.
Yeah, the quick Hollywood to the.
All right. Well, here goes number 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 2. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, let's go!
Yes, yes.
I love that he hesitates and then he's like, just kidding. And
Yeah. No, actually, I
Oh,
hate
sorry,
it.
bro.
It's you. You're the guy that stole my shoes.
Oh, Castadran! I'm sorry, I forgot.
You
were
owe
like
me $12.
you were like a freshman when I was a senior. I was like, my bad.
So again, Lucian, you know.
My bad.
You know, again.
I hate you. That's right.
This guy sucked. No, but you do, again, currently you're the only one really truly aware of the decision that is lingering in front of you as you strike at this Necrichor. You know that if you splash the holy water that you found in this room on this creature, it will die forever. And so the soul, ostensibly, of your friend within may be saved. But also, you have castigated this thing so that if it dies
I'll know
and
where
is reborn where it was
where it
killed,
died.
you'll know at least where Castadran was killed.
which would give me a closer insight into what happened to my order.
Correct.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Why the conundrum?
But you're not there yet, 'cause it
Tossing.
still has hit points. How much damage do you do with that strike? With your
Oh,
max
that's
one?
right, I gotta roll
You double
that.
dice. So like what if like your bonuses don't double, but any dice included do.
Oh, that's a 7.
Plus, don't forget you have the
Oh,
D6 from your radiant,
right.
and those both, and then you roll both of those again.
Oh, so that was a 7 and a 3, so that's 10.
10.
And 7.
Nice. So 17. All right. That's this thing is. You see some of the strange ethereal goo start seeping out from the cracks inside of the jar. It's like its version of bleeding. It's less than half damage now. So
Okay.
yeah, you see. I mean, you guys are doing good work on the Necrichor. Lucian, that's your attacks. You got anything else?
Oh, wait, no, I can't do that because that's an action. Never mind. I already moved 2.
Yeah. I think you could move away, but you would incur an attack of opportunity.
Right, and I don't want to do that. I guess I'll just.
Yeah.
No, I
There's
don't.
no reason I want you.
No. Wait. No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No,
I'm
it's fine.
I'm glad that you gave it a real, think about it though,
I wanted to give it a chance.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but I wanted to, think
never know.
about how stupid it was.
Like,
so.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm not.
stupid? I missed it.
Oh,
I just don't want to move.
Sure.
I get that.
Don't move.
I get that.
right
Stage
ground.
Yeah.
Stage ground. Are you really asking?
Story of my
Okay,
life.
cool. Because I didn't want to start explaining and have to be like, no, I know. Well, if you move away
you were
while
kidding, I'm
they're
sorry.
like if you're in their attack
Their
zone,
threat zone
Their
is what
threat
it's
zone.
called, and then
If-
you leave it.
then they have an opportunity to attack you.
They have to
it.
use their reaction to do it.
Got it.
So that sometimes Lucian has
have that
chosen to
too.
draw them.
So if the enemy
but
ever tries to run
The only
into you,
person that I'd be
you can be
saving
like,
is Funyuns.
He's fine.
And
Got it.
the spit, it's just
I let you see the slow motion, like,
like spit coming out of the mouth.
There was like a scene when you guys were sneaking here, Lucian and Funyuns were in the back, and you like bonded super.
I don't know why, man. You just get me. Probably because you don't talk back or give me any shit.
You don't talk.
I like that about you.
It's a human's head.
It's a human, so it's like a limp corpse
And
phase.
also
Just like
in the-
He just hops up and down in the jaws like.
I like you, kid. I like you, kid. You're doing a great job today, Lucian. I just need some.
That's the good thing about having one of these.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Lucian, is that the end of your turn?
Yes, sir.
Enra, you see both of the proficient warriors in your group having trouble landing blows against this thing. The whispers of your own fear in your mind, that intense laughter. I know your secrets. I know who you are. Just kind of echoing in your mind. You throw them aside, and you see, the darkling looking at Tabetha, prepared to attack her, as well as the Necrichor seems to be focusing its energies on her, trying to kill her rather than you guys. What do you do?
I want to keep her safe. Okay. I'm gonna use my cool shoes because that's a more fun way to move. And I'm gonna jump up onto the ceiling.
Yep.
Nice.
So that I can. So this guy's trying to get Tabetha.
Yes.
So I'm actually gonna go right on top of him and I'm gonna attack him.
Sick.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my sonic blades and I'm going to attack him.
You jump and you feel like your feet just barely reach the roof. But the shoes catch on. Your wings open, the psychic blades gather in front of you. Go and attack.
Okay.
Darkling.
so scared if I was that darkling. This angel just.
16.
Oh, that's a hit no matter what. It has a 14 AC. So go ahead and do the damage on that first strike.
Okay, and
That's a D6 plus 4.
D6.
Yeah.
Does she have
So I
sneak
got
attack?
a 6.
Nice, 10 damage. You shoot one blade down at this darkling. You see it's like, looks up at you and smash. You know, they're basically like dark goblins. You just pierce it right in the face. How much damage do you do? Oh, that was 6. So 10.
10, yeah.
You see it's still there, but it's in real bad shape. But yes, your first strike pierces it and looks up at you as you dangle from the roof.
Okay, I'm gonna do my bonus and hit him again.
Nice.
But I like take my wings and I like cover my face and I go peekaboo and I'm gonna hit him again.
All these little tiny pink daggers shoot out.
I got a 2.
A 2! You see, it's like, did you seriously just peekaboo? And it's like knocks the, knocks the blades away. Yes, you did strike the darkling, but you have not killed it. But you are now suspended on the roof.
That's cool.
Great.
Dope.
Nice.
That's so cool.
You got anything else? I think that's your action, bonus action, and your move. So probably not.
You're like a bat.
I'm good.
You're just hanging upside down
I'm just
with
hanging
your wings.
upside down.
Like you do.
Like, yeah.
Peekaboo me?
I'm like,
Yes.
guys, I'm a bat. Get it? I'm a bat. I'm a bat.
All right.
Bat!
Bat.
I want to black. Yeah, get it.
Trying to liven the mood, guys.
I love it.
The
Little
darkling just
comedy with all the darkness, right?
Like it.
All right, you see the Necrichor. Sorry, it's like this, you just gotta jump in sometimes.
We
see the
could have done that for hours.
Yeah, I know, for real. And I would have let you. And it would have been a great time. We would've talked
Thank you for helping.
But yes, you see the Necrichor, the little bottle starts spinning and it goes up into the air. You know, Enra, you're hanging upside down. It floats almost to your eye level. And you see this swarming energy as the kind of goo starts dripping out of it. After you guys have done some pretty significant damage to it, you see this big channeling of necrotic energy. You know, Mark, you can almost smell it, being a wizard of necromancy. You see this dark, piercing black. It's necrotic, so it's necrotic, so it's
that
dank.
good.
It's that sticky.
Okay, cool.
And so you see this big ball of
Some of that
tar
sick
start.
acid.
It's like resin hits. Like it's like not good for you, but it'll definitely get you there.
Yeah.
You see this giant ball just gather in front of it, and it fires it at Tabetha.
Oh no.
Damn it.
Tabs.
I also rolled a 2. And it's so close to the 20. The 2 is right next to the 20, so I'm a little pissed. But no, you see it shoots a necrotic bolt at Tabetha, and it misses. It splashes to the side as, Enra's kind of like stealing its focus. It shoots another bolt. This is +6, 15 AC at you, Enra. What's your armor class?
Mine is 17.
You anti-peekaboo with your wings.
Yes.
I don't know if
She
that
goes
would
back.
be.
She's like,
Goodbye, you. Yeah, and you see it just blast
Sneakaboo.
off of your wings.
Sneakaboo.
Sneakaboo.
Sneakaboo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, with 17 AC, it misses. So unfortunately, it couldn't get. You see the kind of like sticky necromantic energy. You can kind of like that probably would have been bad if it hit, but it didn't. And the final roll of it was a 2 instead of a 6. So no cool ability left. It also has spider climb, so it just sticks to the roof, just to like. What you ain't that cool.
And I'm just like,
It's like, you're not cool. I know you're afraid of being cool.
and I'm like, you know what? The biggest form of flattery is mimicking and copying, and that's what you're doing to me. So clearly, you think I'm awesome.
It's like burn.
Roll for burn.
Combo burn.
Yeah, you don't love me. Nobody's gonna follow. It's him just like being sad, like,
Like, yeah, you don't have to go so hard on him.
I have a lot of adrenaline right now. I'm sorry.
Don't fucking. I see what you do to bodies. Don't look at me. All right, so the Necrichor attacked like a jerk, and I don't get to do any of my fun stuff. It does then use its teleportation ability to back. Oh no, that's the dead one, right? No, this is the dead one. It teleports over to this other side. And so there's a table there, and it's in the far side of the room, but it's just like disappears in a swarm of mist, appears on the other side. So that's the end of its turn. That brings it to Mog. Oh no, the Darkling didn't go. The Darkling's gonna attack.
The Darkling, fuck.
Somebody hashtag
You got it.
Boom.
You got it.
10 plus
It'll
5. No, Tabetha's AC. That's actually a hit, so it's gonna do.
Oh no.
This little fucker do it.
No, what?
Tabetha's at 11. This dagger deals 5 plus 7 necrotic damage.
Oh no.
Fuck. You see the Darkling's eyes flash, and he looks at you all around him. He knows his life is forfeit. You know, you've basically been.
Wait, doesn't he have
passing this
disadvantage because he's on the roof?
He's
That was the Necrichor on the roof.
That's the Necrichor.
Oh.
But she's above the. Yeah.
I'm like
So
this.
the dark. Yes, there you go. And the
Oh,
Darkling.
I thought he jumped up there to
Goes.
do that same thing.
So yes, you see it brings out its dagger, just this little shadowy blade. A crackle of purple lightning shoots down its wrist. Its eyes turn from yellow to red as this bloodlust fills its form. You see it pours all of its body into this blade. And you watch as the shadowy creature floats into the blade, which now flies to the throat of Tabetha Rotheart. It draws across her throat. Mark, you remember almost cutting your own mother's throat in a similar fashion. The image flashes in your mind, and the Necrichor, so afraid of losing mommy, boy. And this black tendril reaches out to you.
That's where we're going to pick it up after intermission. Guys.
Come on.
I drank so much water, so I super had to pee. Usually I'll hold it till like 9:30, but I was just like, this ain't gonna
It's
happen.
time.
It is time. I'm feeling it. It's in the room.
It's it.
It's it. And that's that.
And
Yes.
that's that.
Guys, hang with us. We have a 10-minute intermission we do around here so we can all refill our waters, re-roll joints, get bowls loaded, and grab some snacky poos. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're hydrating if you're playing along at home or just in general. Like, water's so good for you. Drink it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Please check out the intermission. It has all kinds of incredible art donated to this community. Over 100 pieces of art have been created for the show. And with some of this intermission highlights some of them. A new one is coming very soon, probably around that 420 thing. But yes, listen to the incredible original music, all made for the show by Sandy Stein, and just incredible artwork by Vlad Kolonek. I think Jake's got one in there. There's Sean's art. And just, guys, there's so many amazing artists to make this thing happen. We will see you in 10 minutes for the resolution of this, like, meanie jerk face.
Meanie jerk face.
We smoking out.
Ooh, I like it.
welcome back, buds, to WeeDnD, the pop positive live tabletop role-playing experience. Holy shit, what a little fight we are having here. Tabetha Rotheart, mentor of Mark, has just had her throat slit by a darkling. I love me some D&D, man. Things just unfold. Guys, this is a little section where we get to chill with you, chat. If you guys could throw them up, if it's possible to get chat up here so we can read it. But yeah, dudes, it's Sesh 101. We're fucking flying. This was a pretty crazy fight. You guys saved against all the stuff that I really was going to just like jack you with. So congrats. But I just get to go harder next time.
No.
Don't.
Negative.
No. And also, thank you. No.
No, yeah, that is.
That was scary. That was a little bit scary.
Dude, I'm for real. Like that, the battle could have like more darklings could have been spawned. There was like quite a few other components. Like you guys kind of like aced that fight, which is cool. I'll just make deadlier, harder to ace challenges.
We are the helping committee, so watch out.
We got a shout out to Dabby Andy.
Dabby Andy, the smoothest hands in the West. Welcome in, Thundercat137. Thanks for joining us, being part of the circle. Hope you guys are freaking enjoying. Yeah, Green Lady. Green Lady's still chilling. She's a god in Sati Bar.
Green Lady.
And Amaryllis Von Shucks is currently with the God Seed at the center of the continent of Ganjaria. So, you know, we'll probably fucks with that at some point.
I was gonna say.
We might shuck
Blackwater, huge shout out. We want to smoochies, all of you. We love Blackwater so much. Follow Blackwater DM if you're not already. If you've been here a while, you already are. Absolutely some of our best friends in the digital space and just incredible creators, and I love them.
Incredible.
Incredible. And thank you guys for being here. Holy shit.
So, Brandon, I have a question for you.
I've got answers.
What gives you the audacity? And where do you get off this train, this terrible train of hitting Pickles on the way?
Poor Pickles.
Just right in the pickles.
Just interrupting. Interrupting
right in the pickles.
Sweetwood Mac because it's not really them. We have the rights to.
Yeah, we can't. We were like, still keep on dreaming.
And never break your change. Never break your change. Yeah.
So the idea of having Lucian attack somebody was, that was part of the blood puppeteering that this
I didn't realize he had a reaction. That
but then just the notion of you like using your inspiration to create this epic moment,
and then taking
kind of
it with me,
and then just it's not that I've always wanted to hit a teddy bear flying through the air with a burning flaming sword. It's not that.
No,
it's not. Despite what my therapist says,
it worked. Though.
But no, it was the greatest. I will never forget seeing Pickles get walloped by old Lucian over here. I don't like stealing player agency that much, but like every now and again, you gotta let your bad guys fuck with you a little bit.
But it's funny. If it's funny, like whatever. Like as long as it made me laugh.
Yeah.
So it just in that moment, Pickles just flashed through like so much like of his lives, like just like all these like different children, like meeting Dickens, like eating a mole egg with Digbag, but he's like just shoving it in his face, just hanging out with Amaryllis, like just doing the things, like all these different things, and then just like hitting the wall.
Quite a journey for old Pickles on we.
Yeah.
This fight was I thought it was fun to like we do a thing just to shout out somebody who's inspired me with a lot of mechanics and stuff that I do. We call it the wish list. But I have asked all my players to like send me each week, like send me an item they might want, a person, piece of idea, information that they want to obtain, and something they fear. And so I thought this was like a fun, way to kind of explore, like pushing at the fears of each character.
It's so much fun. It's really fun.
I love being afraid.
Oh my god. I love that you know my deepest, darkest secrets and exploit the fuck out of them. It's so fun.
It's having too much fun right now. Too much fun.
Too much fun.
I apologize for nothing. That's something about playing with you guys and I think we've played a few different ways at this table. Nicole, this is like the version but it's like you guys really do like steer this ship. Like I prepare a world that exists around you guys, but I get to play with you guys too. Like it's just like you throw me these fucking amazing things, and then to get to like play with them in real time is like such a gift. You guys are you're so generous as players. But yeah, that is a fair point. What is that? Kind of Moto Day?
Yeah.
That's a fantastic point. Like, if any of your backstories include people you love, I will come for them. You know, Brian the crocodile, like
Wow.
there are things, but even that was hard. Like I had a hard time going after Brian, because I loved him too. But it's like, yes, that is a trick of the old
Just a
DM.
thick, wiggly, good boy.
But no, you guys did. That was exceptional.
You
that was
go
awesome.
after the Brian man.
Tabetha died.
About that.
Or is dying.
Yeah,
there's,
it's like-
there's still initiatives to
I don't
play.
even know her yet, and I'm sad.
Yeah.
It's like -1 game.
-1 HP right now. So if she's a PC, she would be making death saves, but she's not a PC. So.
Sucks to suck. I like to.
Thank you for it's 9 months of sub. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. We love you guys. We have a baby. We have a sub baby. We got a sub. Oh, okay. He's like, that's not right. Whatever. Let's
We'll
I can't go
celebrate you
where I was
anyway,
gonna go
bro.
with that. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us right now. Thanks for being here. Thanks to my players for such an amazing game. I say we do get back to it. Anybody got anything else before we jump back in?
I had a good time hosting that D&D show. I forgot to talk about that at the time.
Dude, hit me. Talk about it.
So it was at the Red Dwarf. They had their Drinks and Dragons thing that they do a couple Tuesdays a month. And then they had me come in from A Night Of, which is the burlesque thing that happens there a couple times a month. And they were like having me host with that DM, Justin, who's a cool guy. Like there were so many cool D&D people that came out to that show. We told people to show up in costume, and like so many people did, including Nicole.
I did.
Yeah, Nicole showed up in
Yeah.
costume. I met another Dave. He's like, this is so much fun because I'm a forever DM. And I was like, that's cool. What's your name? He's like, Dave. I was like, I know another one of
The
you.
way of Dave.
The way of the Dave.
There's
Yeah.
great Daves all over this country
Dave.
running great D&D
Dave
games
was the
for
one that
people.
got that new thing that I brought in, the big old thing. But yeah, so he was cool, and I hosted it. We did like burlesque numbers, and people threw money, and we had a really good time, and yeah, it was really fun.
That's
it was I had such a good time hosting, and it's been a really long time since I've been able to do it just because of like COVID, and
Yeah.
I've just been like being cool, like doing burlesque stuff, like just laying
crushing
low
it.
and
Yeah, dude.
performing, and not sticking my neck out. So it was nice to just have people go, you should host things. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try that.
I don't know, maybe.
Nah, I don't know. Being around people. So yeah, it was really fucking cool. We had a good time. I was a wizard that like turns out is trying to summon dragons. And the way that I did it was I took a legendary item from each performer, which is like a bra, a glove, like costume pieces.
Yeah.
And then I had to summon the dragons by doing a magic dance.
Dance magic.
So I danced to magic dance, and I had all the pieces of the costumes, and then I summoned the dragons, and they were like, who the fuck do you think you are, you mortal? Like, we don't give a shit about you. Get off the stage. And I'm like, oh, all right. You know, I guess I'll just grab my things.
Yes.
And every time I come back, they're like, go away. And I'm like, oh, it's okay, I'll go. It's fine.
That's
great.
fantastic. Yeah, no, I can't say enough, like how the people at this table and the creative communities that we rotate in and stuff. There's so much cool stuff happening all the time, man. Like we're lucky to get to do this, but it's like seriously, there's all you guys are like inspiring creators and human beings. And no, like Brenna has run some incredible. Like, she's such a good showrunner, and like that's a tough skill set to handle. But you throw it down, dude.
It's fun to do. So yeah, so I had a good time, and I'm so glad Nicole came. And she had little elf ears, which was fun.
Little elf ears.
It was amazing. So it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I just wanted to say there's D&D, and probably in your like they're trying to D&D's becoming a thing. So it wasn't just live D&D at a bar. It was like live D&D at a bar, and then there was burlesque stuff. So I'm sure there's lots of towns that have all sorts of cool shit going on. So give it a search-a-rooney. Give it a search-a-rooney.
Play D&D. We dare you.
Yeah.
Double dog
Dare
D
you.
and dare you.
You just gotta try it.
D&D
You gotta try.
Well, now I wanna do it.
Yeah, we should play D&D.
All right, let's do it, guys. Let's play D&D. Let's do it. What do you say?
I say yay.
We jump back in.
Every time.
That thud sound that you heard from over here is actually not the banging of Nicole's clown nose bit that that gets me every time.
Every time. I'm hilarious.
But instead, the frail body of Tabetha Rotheart. You see the wound, the black severed blade that cut across her throat, still floating there as her body, her gray hair starts falling to the ground. You see her eyes once more roll into the back of her head. She instinctually reaches out to you for a moment as she falls back. Blood spilling from her throat as she is pooled in this. I'm just double checking. As she is pooled now in her own blood before you. Unfortunately, that wound isn't the end of the round, but the darkling has now gone. Mark, you kind of see before you Tabetha, this figure in your life that has guided you through so much. As she kind of reaches out and her body falls on the cold cobblestone floor next to the witch's incantations drawn all around. What do you do?
Well, as we were discussing right before our break, this is not party Mark, it's party Mark. Fucking, it's when you get so incensed, so furious, you just don't even feel. It's that adrenaline.
Just like the Hardy Boys.
Just like the Hardy Boys. Is that what you just said?
Yes. Group mind.
I want to snap my gaze to the Necrichor and just instantly toad the dead on it.
Whoa.
Go ahead and cast your, I believe it's a ranged spell attack.
Yes. Did they have, did your order, we all kind of share brains and feels and stuff. Did they have like any kind of a particular bell? Like whenever the people from his guild were like called to action?
Oh yeah, totally.
Would I know that, and can I emulate that for the toll the
You
dead?
could pull it from the shared mind of Lucian because it's so freaking dope. Yeah, called each morning by the bell that summons you from your chamber. You hear.
Ding, 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 says Lilith.
Ding, 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 ding. But yeah, Lucian, you feel that memory kind of wispy through the mind connection that you have to Mark, and you hear the gong. Boom.
There it is.
That would rouse you in the morning for your training.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Whoa, that's a 20, baby!
If you don't love
We are
you don't kiss me now, you will never smooch me, smooch.
This guy doesn't get smooches.
You can't get his DC of whatever.
I was just thinking I need to be a lot higher.
Well, there you go. Nothing like a crit. So it does double dice then. And so I believe it's what is it, a D12 if it's taken damage, which it has.
I was gonna ask, yeah.
So 2D12.
I feel like we never get to use the 12s. I feel like 12 is always kind of the...
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I hate D12s. Whenever you play on tables, D12s always fall off the table, and then they roll for like a week and a half. Like, I don't know what it is about them. They don't stop. You'd hear them just like down the hallway. The dog would chase them. It was awful. I hate D12s.
Some say it's still rolling to this day. Just
I'm
one
telling you,
D12.
there's one going up the wall right now.
Yeah. There's always one chasing you. It's just not going very fast.
There's a 4 and a 1.
Nice.
Oh.
Does it add?
How did that happen?
Sandwich.
There's 12 numbers.
Does it?
When I got the worst
12
one.
got
Oh no! Hold up.
I think of that whenever I roll
You actually
D20
roll.
like,
So how much did you do?
There's 19 other numbers.
Altogether, yeah, 1 and a 4, so 5.
It is actually, instead of 1d10, it's 1d... So at your level, it does 2d12. So since you crit, it would be 4d12.
Oh.
So what was... I'm sorry, how much damage did you do that first 2?
5 for
5.
the first 2.
All right. Plus, give me 2 more d12s. And don't
Come on,
roll them on the
24.
table. They'll never come back.
I'll never come back.
You can never come back.
So that is a 6 and a 6.
11, 17 damage.
Mark's pissed.
Yo.
Mad.
You fire off this toll, the bell of the Order of the Ghost Slayer that roused them each morning, and you see the shadowy horned creature floating around within this Necrichor jar. Its eyes pierce for a moment, and you see the same flash of this Castadran. You don't know him, but that's it's like it's pierced through to his very
name is
his very
Castadran.
mind. And yeah.
Does he just look like a less handsome Drew? Is he like the Andrew?
Fucking
He's
Andrew.
like, don't call me
Chris Kattan.
Chris. No, Brennan, no. It's not Chris Kattan. No. It's gonna end up Chris Kattan. That's D&D. All right, so that's dope, Mark. That was your action casting that spell. It is still there, very bad shape. You see the cracks. The echo of the gong kind of makes the cracks that are already in it start splintering even more. More of that viscous red and black goo is spilling from it as the swarm of red and purple mist kind of gathers at its base. You got anything else?
I'd just like to stand between this darkling and Tabetha. I mean, at least get her body out of the way and square up.
Nice. You kind of, she's down. I should have moved her, but yeah, you kind of like step over her dead body, or bleeding body. Let's be clear. She is like gasping as blood's jetting out of the wound in her throat, and you kind of step over and put yourself between her and the darkling. The darkling could still target her, but for narrative, it's awesome.
And that's all I got, man.
All right, so Mark is done. Pickles on Wee.
All right.
You don't know.
Yeah. I'm going for it again. First of all, though, you correct me if I'm wrong, but you allow for a bonus action healing potion.
I do, to yourself.
Yeah, me. I'm gonna break the bottle over my head.
Never just.
Yeah,
I can't get the cap off.
It's not breakaway glass. You guys take a damage. No, I'm kidding. I would never. Yeah, you see it angry. It's like Pickles, but it's like you probably guess it's angry. It's like breaks it on its head, and 2d4 plus 2.
2d4. That's what it was. I was like, oh, I'm stoned. Okay. I'm stoned.
Don't step on a d4. That's the other long-time
Ow,
D&D.
that made me
Worse than a Lego.
6.
All right, so you get 6 total or 6 plus 2?
6 plus 8.
So 8 total. Nice. You heal for yourself for 8. You see, some of the wounds inflicted on you, some of the blood that was drawn from your body. That is now pooled into the Necrichor. You know that about them. Once they've tasted your blood, their essence of undeath kind of like can help resurrect it in a D10 days at the location that it died. So yes.
Okay, so I run. You don't love me now. And I want to get. I kind of want to. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to finish off here. They're both hurting, right? For a squirting.
So Tabitha's down. The Necrichor looks like it's in really bad shape. The Darkling is just a little floating knife that's sitting in front of Mark right now, but you remember it being pretty badly wounded too.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the Necrichor. Just come up and give it a pit pat, big bang. So the first one was 15.
All right, that's a hit.
Yeah, cool. And the next one was a 7, but plus 7, so 14.
That is also a hit.
Cool. So then I'm gonna do 2d4. Oh wait. 1d6. Ha! Me. So hilarious. Just I'm a funny boy. So 6 was one of them. Plus 4, so 10. And then 2 plus 4, so 6. So 16 damage. Yes.
He's gonna ask the thing.
Yes. Oh God.
Pickles on Wee.
Yes, Pickles.
What do you do?
Yes. Wait, it's your microphone. I am so sorry. I ate the microphone. Okay. All right. You know what I do? You don't love. Wait, no. Okay, hold on. Do. And if you don't shove me now, then you'll never shove me again. 'Cause I'm doing flips over here, and then you'll never break the. What's it? Necrichor. Never break the Necrichor.
No, I broke that.
Yeah.
You see it swirls as you approach it.
Nailed it.
Once again, you see those tearful eyes of Alyssa Nade looking at you. But then once more, as you pushed it aside once, you now see standing in front of you the husband of Alyssa Nade. Cool. You see he's shrouded in these strange black robes, and there's these weird little tubes that go from his chest to his neck. This strange green liquid that pumps into them. His skin is almost sagging off of his body. His beard hangs on frail skin at the base of his chin. But he stands there looking at you, and you remember that moment of flying through the air and just wrecking that guy. The way that, unfortunately, your call to duty to protect Sarah instead prevented you before. That image flashes in front of you, and your fists break the glass of the Necrichor. You see its essence kind of spills out from in front of it. The dark blade of the darkling that's floating just stops channeling with dark energy and falls to the ground. You see the ooze, this red and black gelatinous goo that spills out of the shattered glass as the bottle falls to the floor. And you see clawing out from within it that shadowy form, the black shadow crown and the purple eyes. And as it peels out and forward, you see it lifting from the puddle. This dark energy clawing forward. You fools! You fearsome fools! It's climbing out, and then Lucian. You notice the human hands of Castedran pierce out from the shadowy form. Brother! Brother! Free me from this torture! And he reaches out to you. Now you are aware in this moment, Lucian, of the two opportunities before you. You can kill the spirit with holy water, freeing the soul of Castedran from his torment. Or you can let it disappear, appear in a D10 days in a location you will know of the location that Castedran died.
But we don't know this, right?
None of you are aware
okay,
of this.
So we
You
won't
just see
know
the
why.
spirit kind of thrashing. You know, you instinctively try to punch it. You just go through it. There's some weird necromantic magic at play. No physical form to this
So we
beast.
won't know why he did what he did. Which is
Oh god.
Fucking oops all conundrums. Yikes.
Brother, the pain. No one should be forced to endure this. It burns. So corrupted is our form, our art, our blood. The shadowy form starts wiping over his hand again. You see him trying to push it away. What do you do?
Hold on, I got something in my pouch. It'll just take a second.
You see, oh, wait, the dark magics, they overtake me even now. Brother, we cannot understand the agony.
No, that's not the one. It's...
I think it's blue. I think it's a blue one. Look for a blue one.
No. Oh, I spilled it. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Why I stole your shoes.
I'm sorry.
You see the spirit wrapped in this red blood mist. The shattered pieces of the glass dissipate and spin like little crystals in the wind around it. You see the Necrichor disappears. Lucian,
Yeah.
Roll me a D10.
That was
All
gross.
right.
Did anyone else think that was really gross?
That was a lot.
I think it was really gross.
3?
3 days from now, the Necrichor will reform in the place where Castedran was killed. You feel that ping in your brain as this spirit transcends into the ethereal plane and just kind of mushes around trying to gather enough life force from the combined blood of everyone it's ever drawn from to get enough energy to rejuvenate itself. So, in 3 days, Lucian, you will know where Castedran, the member of your Ghostslayer order, fell.
3 days. All right.
You see the blade of the darkling lying lifeless on the ground. You know, Mark, as you kind of kick over it, you see it just turns to ash and fades away. Laying on the ground before you, gasping for the last bit of life that remains within her, is Tabetha Rotheart. Her body thrashes, you know, having her bones been broken and then reset by dark magics. You see she starts looking up around. She glowers at the celestial that towers over her even now, even in this weakened state. She looks at the glowing, burning blade that stands within the order of the Ghostslayer that stands in her house. Even in this last moment of her life, as she shifts to the plane that she has studied her whole life, she looks at you, Mark. Why? Why, my baby boy? Did you bring these monsters here? She gasps on the cut in her throat, putting her hand to it.
Join a hand as well, and I'll take her other hand, and on the third hand. These are my friends. I hope in these moments before I lose you that you accept that. Please.
You see the life fading, her skin getting paler. My beautiful boy, you are your mother's son. I wish that I could help you. And then you hear a whisper in the back of your mind. Is this who you replaced me with, son. Is this your new mother?
There's no replacing you. I could never even fathom it.
You hear both of them in unison. My beautiful boy. In this moment, as Tabetha begins to slip back into death, you feel that ghost energy in your skull, like a grape. Wiggle down. As you look down upon Tabitha's form, you see the little wisps of ghost energy embody her. She sits up. You had questions to ask, my son. Ask them. She raises her hand up, and she casts Speak with Dead on Funyuns.
What? They followed through anyway.
Shit.
That's my kind of girl.
So she's actually speaking, Mark, only you're kind of like cool on this. She's speaking in both voices. You hear the soft, delicate tone of your mother, the caring woman that protected you through all of your youth, and then kind of the catty, older, somewhat sultry voice of Tabetha. You know, they both call you my beautiful boy for very different reasons. But yes, she casts the spell, Speak with Dead. So you grant the semblance of life to a corpse within range. It answers questions you pose. It has to still have a mouth, so you're lucky. You're lucky. There's two heads. There's one on the ground and there's one atop Funyuns. I will say, because she did die, she can only talk to one of the two heads.
Aw, guys!
So butt guy or not butt guy?
Butt guy or not butt guy?
Butt guy or not butt guy? Here we go.
Oh.
Wow, that was like...
It's shit crits. I'm gonna say butt guy.
That's butt guy, yeah. Poor butt guy. Poor butt guy. Definitely butt guy. I like that we all were like, yeah, obviously that's butt guy.
That's gotta be butt guy.
That's where the shit comes.
Right.
That's butt guy.
I've never been more sure.
That's the point of origin.
I would die on this hill.
Butt hill?
So Bud Guy's just like poor, like his head was cut off almost for no reason as it lays on the ground.
Oh, man.
Because we did determine it was the one Bud Guy that got his head knocked off too. You see the withering necromancy magic, of a combined effort of the ghost of your mother that rests within the skull, the little wispy pieces of her that remain, and the necromantic mentor, your Tabetha Rotheart. And so she has, with this last action, granted you the ability to talk to this Funyuns. You can ask it up to 5 questions. You guys can talk amongst yourselves with that. I won't be like, that was one. That guy had like leprechaun in the
First
how many
question is,
questions?
what do we want to ask it? What?
Shit.
Who wants to go first?
Oh, no.
All right, what do you want to ask it? What do you want to ask it?
Do we want to see if it knows who killed him?
I mean, might as well. Everybody, who knows? If you sit from behind, you.
Well, yeah, that's we were after them to know who killed the king, right?
We can ask that as well.
Because they're one of the guards that were guarded the church where the body was supposed to be.
Or where is the body?
Yeah, like what happened to the body?
Do they know what
and why'd you guys
happened to
get
the
killed,
body?
or-
Why does this empty tomb lead into these catacombs
Right.
that we found ourselves in?
I'm not worried about asking about my order because that's why I let my friend die.
Oh.
There's like
let your
just a little
friend
bit of
die?
him that's like, dude, that was so messed up. Oh my god.
You
let your friend die?
I totally had the holy water.
Okay, guys, we're gonna table that because I feel like that's gonna be. We need to
Okay, yeah. We can
We'll talk
about
about
your
it.
loyalty to friends.
Just if that ever happened to me.
It goes
That
a,
never happened anyway.
Pour the
it was a
whole
long
thing
time
around.
ago. We had a falling out.
Oh.
Okay. All right. This is very important to you. We're gonna put a pin in this.
Pin.
We're gonna put a little pin in it, and we're gonna come back to it.
Yeah.
So,
Let's do the 5 questions.
yeah.
Mark, you taking notes? What are we asking so far?
If we want to see if he knows where the body of the king is.
The body of the
since
king
they were
is.
in the priest quarters. Mm-hmm. I guess.
Do you want to do one at a time, or you just want to gather
I
your
think one at
thoughts?
a time works
One at a
better
time,
because if we
great.
get more information, we might
I'd be
formulate
like,
our
why'd we ask
questions
that one question?
Right.
Does pineapple belong on pizza? Thought we had an extra one.
Well,
All right.
Mark,
Mark?
go ahead. It is your friend's face that's helping us.
This decapitated head just turns and looks. What do you ask? His eyes kind of sunken, his face hangs, his jaw.
Are we leading with the king thing?
I don't know, that's one. I'm kidding. I said I wouldn't do it.
Do you know where the body of King Arathanus Aglethor is gone?
When last I checked the coffin, nothing had been moved. Still sealed, was it?
Okay, well, that's not helpful.
So I'm wondering if...
Damn, lady. Doing my best. Is my butt out? Please tell me it's not my smoke.
We're asking the questions here.
Yeah.
We're asking the question,
That
butt
is
guy.
one question for you, butt guy.
Why do
One
you keep
down.
calling me butt guy?
That's two, butt guy.
Yeah, there you go. Second one.
Well,
You ask us questions, do we get one of our questions back?
Yeah,
No, it's one of our questions. Oh.
Oh, 2 questions. No.
Pickles is the bad cop, just shaking the bones of the head.
Yeah. Give me answers. Okay.
So again, the guard said the last time he looked at the coffin, nothing had been moved.
changed.
Of course not. Well, it is a false bottom, like his bottom. So the bottom fell out, like his bottom fell out. So I believe maybe people were not meant to know that happens. So I feel like we should not ask where the catacombs are, because I do not know if you would even know.
Right, and we
agree.
shouldn't
You know?
ask. We shouldn't ask like who killed them because their throats were slit. So obviously
They
they,
could
were
have been- he
snuck
could have
up
seen
on
one
and
of
Might
the other.
have seen that.
Tabetha lasted a good couple of seconds. And she's helping us do this.
Yeah, did you see who killed you?
She's dead.
Oh,
It's
my.
starting to sink in. It's like once the adrenaline kicks off and it's like, fuck.
I like reach my wing out and just kind of tap him on the shoulder. It's okay, Mark. It's okay.
No be cry. No be cry.
No be cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the feathers.
Yeah. No be cry. This is 30 Rock, right? Tina Fey with Matt Damon and the broom. Like she was petting him with a broom. No be cry.
No be cry.
Because he was really emotional.
Oh.
Yeah, I think could we ask, like, did you see?
Do you know who killed you?
Yeah, did you see who killed you and your friend?
not Bud Guy.
Cool.
We heard a noise. We saw what we thought was our own reflections. Perfectly mimicked, with magical blades floating at their command. They pressed against our throats, and before asking so much as a question, the lights of our life were extinguished.
Changeling assassins.
That's such a shame. You know, I was given Pickles is gonna reveal this out. You know, I was given some potions or something from that Tex Avery guy that we talked to at the Pope. And
No! Let's much about it.
Josh O'Jolly.
Let me have my names.
I love them. It's my awful faulty memory and me going, I can't because my notes look like a murderer's like scrawls.
Oh, D&D notes are hilarious.
So yeah, I have no clue where the order of most things are. I always have to go back and be like,
really?
what is this? Cryptids? What the fuck did that? I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm just, I just go with what my brain remembers.
It's
and
fun.
what I love is that we have group minds, so you always know what the fuck I'm talking
Absolutely
about.
what you're talking about, yeah.
So it's just a constant. We're just showing up that that our brains are connected.
We got 10 names for everything.
Yeah, you guys know who it is.
We always
Not to brag.
And the
but-
buds know. You guys know.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna reveal that to everybody that he gave me some things to help me with cryptids. It sucks. They really should have had one of these little potions that this guy gave me.
Yes, Mash had sold you for 50 gold these vials that are supposedly poison to changelings.
And who's also, I guess we should ask it. Just change it.
Yeah, 2 more questions. Or 3, right?
Three, yeah.
Oh, 2. I didn't.
No, wait.
Psych.
Gotcha.
I responded to her saying, "Did you know about the potion?"
No.
Yeah.
No.
What if we asked who do you think killed the king? Because I'm wondering because like everyone's just kind of being very like I don't know, we just died of old age. But like, or do you think like, you know, how do you really think the king died or something like that? Like give his like real thoughts about it, because maybe there's like something else going on that we just don't know about because of kingdom shit. I am not from here. I do not know all of the inner workings of the Kush kingdoms.
When speaking with the high priest, I learned that Arathanis Aglthor became obsessed with gaining immortality near his end. He sought the creation of an undying empire that he could rule forever. So many wished to kill him. His children, the stags, the octopus. But who gained the most from it would appear to be Aglthor himself.
Holy shit, did this guy kill himself? Or like, kill himself and then like... Okay.
He's like, no, keep going, bro. I think I'm with you.
Well, hold on, like...
Seriously, let's talk about this.
Did he like take some... There were some books from this guy named Billiam Shimmy Square, and he does a book about Fomo and Julio, and they fall in love, and then there's a whole thing where one of them takes a potion and they fall asleep like it is death, and then they're like, I'm not dead, and then the other one is like, oh no, and they die as well because of sadness.
Yes.
It takes over the course of like...
Never was there a tale of more woe.
we and woe, right? I feel like maybe that might be what happened. And then he was like, all right, and then I will push the button from inside, and then I will fall. I'm just spitballing here, guys. I do not know. I'm just saying this sounds crazy.
Yeah. So, what was our third question?
I could use clarification on that as well.
Yeah, so we're asking him what his opinion is on how the king died?
Well, he just told us.
That's what he already told us.
Mm-hmm.
And it does sound like if he had been researching immortality and this unresting army, what better way to lead an unresting army than be dead?
Because that is, he is now morphed because he's undead.
Exactly. And not
Yeah, but how come
this kind of like funny and like
Not
this
the kind
of
I'm
funny.
surrounded
Not
by.
the kind we like. This is
But how
Yeah,
come
yeah.
he's different from all of the other like kind of mindless
Right.
walking whatever they're called?
The unresting.
The unresting. Like, and now they have like a command structure and tactics and shit. Like, what makes them different? He must have found a different way to go about it, and I'm thinking it might have to do with the disappearance of my order.
I was just about to say, I think
Hive
maybe
mind,
there's
baby.
something with that we need to investigate. So
Investigation.
does that mean that maybe you guys know downstairs we saw that big, like the wall was the wall all of a sudden? Do you think that leads to the the forest? Because I've heard many of you speak about this forest.
That's
In
bad
which if
news.
somebody dies inside of the grounds of their forest, yes, they will be risen.
Yeah, the forest that we were in.
We.
Yes.
We.
Yeah.
We.
Yes.
We were in.
Isn't so like
We
what
were.
if there was like a secret tunnel or something for his body to go and then he really dies? What if he is not really dead? I have so many questions!
Pickles.
Yes!
You kind of pierce through to the
Yeah.
realm of Glorp.
God damn it, Glorp.
What's up, guys? Happy
Yes!
Yeah. Okay. Well,
two
more questions.
Two more
more.
questions.
It's like sagging a little
starting
more.
to through this.
We're losing him.
It's all right, guys. We
Yeah.
got 3 days until my guy respawns,
Just like-
so we can take our time.
Just Tabetha's like, come on, dude. It's taking a lot. Yeah,
Pickles is spiraling, so.
Does anybody else have any questions we think he might know?
Gosh.
mean, if all those spells and we have a bonus question, I'm curious what his name is.
He's a
at
guard.
least.
Does he know anything about the Lord Master? What's his name? Garaneth Idlebrand. Yeah.
Like
Lord Commander. That's
if
what
he
it
had
is.
a
Like
plan.
about his city takeover.
City
Because
takeover
he's a
plan.
guard. Like if he would know anything maybe about that. He's part of it on the take, as it were.
Well, didn't he
Yeah.
die before that happened?
Before they took over.
But I'm
It
saying
happened,
there-
but like, what
there
did
could
he
have
know
been-
about the plan?
Yeah.
Like, was there
Oh, like, was it a
in
plan?
motion?
Oh, I like that,
Is
yeah.
it like, you know?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I see.
Ready, Hetty?
He was just looking for any reason to make it happen. I see it for this.
Uniform
yeah.
stock to each other. So.
Wow.
So does Owen Wilson.
Perfect. Wow. So what's the question?
Oh, shit.
If he... How do we word it?
Was there any talk around this, like, there being the stags or them creating a martial law just anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, like, they were just looking for any reason, right? Like,
anyone come around asking you guys to sign up to
that this is gonna happen.
Not long before I died, I saw Lord Commander Ildebrand standing with the Gordo King Davos Agelthor.
Oh, man.
They spoke of pulling the guards from the perimeter to protect the gates before the Feast of the Forefathers, as mobs of Oblivion were forming near the gates, and they would be needed there. Rather than join them, I returned to guarding the church.
Damn.
Damn. I'm really glad we chose you, butt guy. I'm really glad we chose you, butt guy.
You're the best butt guy.
Why do you keep calling me butt guy?
Because we do not know your name. But if we
But
have
we're not
no
gonna
more-
waste one of our
but we're not gonna waste one of our questions. Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave that hanging out
Nice
there.
try. Nice, you almost got it.
Got you.
Just a limp face laughing.
We're all like, but we do not know your name.
Get it for free?
My guy.
My guy?
You got skeleton fingers like. Ask the question.
His cloak didn't have a tag or a name tag.
No name. No.
Name tag.
Name tags on the
Butt
armor.
guy.
Yeah, but
guy.
his last name is Buckeye. Buckeye. Yeah.
Thomas butt guy.
Thomas Buckeye.
Guy.
Thomas Butt guy.
It's canon now. I'm taking it.
I have to
It's
write
in my
that
head
down.
The
canon.
North Carolina
Sorry.
Buckeyes.
That's how stuff works. Thomas
The
butt guy.
Kansas City Buckeyes.
My father was a butt guy. My grandfather was a butt guy. And God willing, my children will be butt guys.
And girls.
Buckeyes and
Guys
girls.
and gals.
And but
We have
we're all
one-
just be butts.
We have one more question left.
We do.
One
We have one
more
more question.
What?
Anyone else have anything very pressing?
Is there a God in this world? Like Pickles is just in the room, like having another.
I work
world
for the
now.
church, but
Yeah.
probably not. Like, look at me.
Yeah.
I feel like my butt is out.
What am I
somewhere.
gonna say?
This is
Oh,
Pickles murmuring in
so-
the background.
In the church, there was like, pretty thick pile of dust on there, so it seems like no one's been around.
High
Maybe
priest.
there's something in that.
Oh yeah, like what's going on with this?
Yeah, what were you
Going on
guarding?
with the
Have
Dust
you seen
bunnies?
the high priest? Where the fuck that guy been?
It was his living
Yeah?
quarters that were covered
that
with
it?
dust.
Yeah.
See if he knows.
Oh, and you feel the magic starting to flicker as the last question has now been asked. He regains his faculties and looks. Though I saw him that very night, we have often made talk of how he disappears for long periods of time. I swear I heard a door open. And as I walked up the pews, I noticed a strange white tulip resting on the pine boards. I thought perhaps a flower from an onlooker. But I know it was not there before. Before I could make it to the door, my life was extinguished. but I feel he was going somewhere below. And you see the head just, the eyes go blank. It lands on the ground.
Good night,
Thank you, head.
Buckeye.
Good night, sweet head.
Good night,
You gotta do the movie
sweet
thing.
Buckeye. Yeah. Oh, like the Boondock Saints music, where it's like the opera singing, like orchestra. Yeah.
Thank you, butt guy.
Thank you. Rest in peace,
Wow.
sweet prince.
That was an informational head.
Yeah.
Good head.
Man, I'm
Guys,
glad we chose
that
butt
was-
guy.
That was really good head.
The other guy was
Joke.
like,
Butt
I was
guy.
shaving. I don't know.
Good head.
For
guys.
butt guy, he gave really good head. So.
Yeah.
No, great use of your questions, guys. You,
Thank you.
you see the
Good
magic.
teamwork, guys.
Yeah.
They are big committee.
Yeah.
You all high five for a moment.
Motion, and we freeze, and we're like, we're stuck.
What the? Oh no. Oh gosh.
Funyuns put
And
your
by
hand
this
up late.
point, and by this point, high fives are like they're a thing now.
They are a thing.
Yeah,
they were
it's
invented,
been-
yes,
it's
in a previous
in
adventure.
a previous adventure.
Mm-hmm.
But
Been
it's been
around
hundreds
for
of years now.
centuries.
So
Yeah.
everybody,
Centuries.
There's many
Well
forms,
ingrained into
types. Some
society.
talk of the exploding five,
Yeah.
Yes.
the firework five, the ferocious five.
Yeah.
Check out the prologue. Yeah, no, great use of your questions, guys. You did quite a few little. I got my secrets list, and you guys got a bunch of them. So
Did the
nice.
other guy just? What was the other
He
guy?
said, I was shaving. I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm bad at this. Oops.
I was just resting my arm.
Yeah.
I'm blind.
Yeah. I didn't see anything yet. What?
What do you mean his butt was out?
Blind, I was shaving, I sneezed. This is a perfect storm.
Yeah. It was the perfect storm.
Perfect storm.
Honestly,
Oh no!
Where's the bandages?
All right.
honestly, it's a surprise it happened. It hasn't happened thus far.
Are we looking to shack up since? Or no, that's.
You see
that
the
other.
you see the wisp of
you're
the
good.
magic of your mother as the spell concludes,
Yeah, you're not getting
gathers
out of this
once
one yet,
more
sir.
into the skull. You see Tabetha looks up. The negative 1 hit point beyond the threshold of an NPC slipping away. She reaches out to you once more as your mother passes back over to you, and you see her hand reach out. Tabitha's dying, Mark. What do you do?
He's done such a service to us. It's kind of gotten us on our way. I might as well make sure that her way out is comfortable. Let's pick up the body, lay her in bed, and do one last snuggle until that last breath.
We're just standing around.
Yeah, no
we
worries. I
also
don't.
snuggle?
Just,
You want us to like clean up?
Can we also snuggle? Can we all snuggle together?
You guys see Mark, grabs the form of Tabetha Rotheart. Again, like her body's banging, but her head shows the withers of age. And so, Mark picks her up, and her black dress kind of withers down. Her skin hangs lifeless as her gray hair trickles on the cobblestone as Mark takes her over to the bed. And then, yes, you see him, slide into the bed with this woman whose throat is now slit and bleeding out over herself. And he wraps his arms around her, and they just lay in this bed. What do you do?
I am a long way from home, and I just start rolling.
Can I bum one of those?
I just roll a cigarette. Yeah, if would everyone like one? Would everyone like one? Let's
sure.
Let's us up for Tabetha.
Thumbs up for Tabetha.
I need one.
oh, there it is. And we're still on the ceiling.
Oh, you're the worst view ever.
Ceiling cat watches you masturbate. That's what it's like. It's like.
I'm still done with all of a sudden.
This is where play D&D, guys. This is the stuff we're talking about. Mark, you feel her skin growing cold in your hands as the clutch of death begins to wrap around her. Nothing was more important to her than the study of death. And so really this is a door opening to a world that she has quite a significant mastery of. You see with this kind of control of necromancy, she once more glimmers through the spirit in your skull and says, I was given this Necrichor, my beautiful boy, by a hand. Her name was Auntie Brewer. She said that jar would be the key to overthrowing the Kush kingdoms. I was tempted.
I'm sorry that temptation has led to this.
Do not fret, for you were born to rule.
Before she, or I guess it doesn't matter if she's already gone, but say, can I have her soul?
just a little Capri Sun. You're smelling around the corner.
Like a really long straw comes in a frame. Like just the longest straw goes. Yeah.
Were you guys gonna use that?
Y'all done with that? Y'all done?
So I mean, if we're in the embrace,
Yes.
as she goes, I slip one of my marked cards on her person for Divot, the Death Dealer. Hope it's a good hand.
It's glorious.
Girlfriend.
What are they talking about over there?
Don't talk
Right,
about
so
Aunt
as
Mom
is
like
the
that.
custom. As is the custom in the Kush Kingdoms, rather than a coin for the Eye of Chiron, the boatman, you slide an ace up the sleeve of those who have passed, so that when they play their game of chance with Divot the Death Dealer, they have an advantage up their sleeve. You thirsty? All right. So Tabetha Rotheart lies dead in bed with Mark Ivrecular, the Inquisitor. The gloom of the known torture of the spirit, summoning itself into purpose in 3 days' time, revealing to you, Lucian, at last, where at least one of the fallen order of the Ghost Slayers was killed. But that is 3 days from now. As you all kind of sit about this room. Montage! We're gonna get adventures and we're going to shop and talk to people. Yes, so this, at this point, you guys have, concluded this large boss fight. You have leveled up. We do have the option, if we want to level up right now, we can level up right now and kind of cap it with that, if we want to go that route. Also, basically, I never get to give you guys downtime, okay? Because the way we play, more often than not, there's this imposing doom that you're racing toward. It's not necessarily the case in this campaign. The powers that be, the movements, all these things are taking time, and you have information you're seeking. MASH has sent out scouts and lore keepers to find information that you wanted. That's going to take some time too. So really, at this point, as the creatures that you are in the world you live in, this is you guys aren't attached to the hip necessarily. You would know it's okay, well, we would want to go to wherever the location he's going to get pinged is in 3 days. Mm-hmm. So this kind of introduces an element of downtime that you guys really haven't had much. So I'm fine not leveling up right now if we want to kind of embrace that mechanic, or level up right now and then kind of use the gap between now and when we play next to define that downtime.
Can we yeah, I was gonna say, can we just do both? Do
Why not?
Why can't we have both?
We'll be downtime, but also be leveling up and also
Totally.
talking through things. And
Yes, absolutely.
So montage.
Montage.
Gonna need a montage.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Mark's getting up anytime soon, so you're just you're chain smoking cigarettes, and it's we gotta go montage. And
Yeah.
so you blow out.
I'm
So
just gonna let him die with that
I'm gonna.
Lady,
I do have D&D Beyond. Thank you, Dave Clark, who hooks us up with his amazing collection of books to use. But yeah, we usually roll for who's gonna go first. And so within this leveling up mechanic, I do tend to tie your evolution and powers and abilities to the narrative as well. So yeah, we can fuse a little downtime stuff in it. We can have a little level up, and probably we'll wrap it up in about 30 minutes or so. And then we can kind of build out on that downtime if there's other cool things we want to do in between the week, and we can have fun little secret stories about secrets.
Cool.
Next week will be the last game before our 3-year anniversary. So on 420. So yeah. Sweet. So let's go ahead. We're gonna roll for it. D20s, everybody. Who's going first?
3.
3 for D3.
12.
Well, Nicole, 12.
13.
16.
All right, we're going with Pickles on Weed.
Hey.
Classic Pickles on Weed.
Classic Pickles.
So yes, Pickles, as you kind of walk out of the graveyard, once again, a graveyard, you've been around many of them in your recent travels, this lingering gloom of death, and you are being the way of the long death monk. You can't help but kind of, glimpse around at the gravestones around you. But here, I'm going to help also as well, because I can pop into D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
And
I'm
just,
pulling,
take
that's
your-
what I'm,
Perfect.
pardon me for being on my phone.
No, you good.
I'm pulling up level 7 monk. I'm just seeing what I get. Because usually I like to come correct and
So
have those
7th
things
level,
ready.
you will get
Baby,
evasion and stillness of mind.
I was like, please finish.
Yeah, I was. I was letting him
like
finish. I was trying to
So proud of you.
stillness of the mind. Okay, cool. What? Stop. Ads.
My D12.
No! Jake, lose the level.
You lose a
Level 5.
Ability score, slow fall, extra attack, stunning strike, evasion at 7th level.
Yeah.
Your instinctive agility lets you dodge out of the way of certain area effects, such as vis-a-vis, ergo,
Ipso facto.
a blue dragon's lightning breath, or a fireball spell. When you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, and only half damage if you fail.
Yeah, so you will never take full damage from an area of effect.
That shit saved Riel Arthurvan's skin many times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and we're getting into dudes will be throwing fireballs at you guys soon, and I get to roll 8d6 at you. It gets mean.
Oh man.
The 7th is
that's
one of the
just-
new
That's
tiers.
You
just
gotta heal
automatic
around
now. That doesn't
You just have that,
That's
yeah.
great. Okay.
So anytime
then-
there's a dex saving throw, if you would normally, you either take no damage or you take half.
Sick. Okay, and then stillness of the mind. Starting at 7th level, you can use your action to end one effect on yourself that is causing you to be charmed or frightened.
How does this keep happening? This is like the sticky shoes after the fall shoot, guys.
Yeah, no, that really would have been a great ability to have.
Yeah,
No, but I'm glad I have it now
Like a
because
minute
it's like through doing that I learned that ability.
Yeah, that kind of
Exactly.
that
Training.
moment, you going down, punching the,
And being like, I'm just gonna
seeing
go
the
punch
strange,
him
figure.
in the face.
Yes.
Him.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
She's
Just not gonna
still
reveal
in the
anything,
mind
yeah.
and Lolo's girl. Yeah, dude. So you, most of your stuff, everything other. Well, guess what you do when it's that. Also, when you gain a level, Pickles on Wii, you get hit points. Now, there's a couple things you can do when it comes to that. You can. There's basically a mathematical advantage. You take the average, you get +1, and everybody's happy except for me. I'm unhappy. I'm sad. Or you roll for it and you let the dice decide. Here's so many lighters.
Wait,
Dramatic.
lighters?
Drama.
I thought there was more of you. I think one lighter just wasn't working. I was like, damn, how many people are out there?
Fucking sound cue every time.
Pickles, you got 44 hit points right now. You would roll a d8 plus your con modifier. You could take 5 plus your con or roll for it.
Listen, I'm a man of honor. I'm a man of respect for my DM. I have major respect. I never want to do anything that hurts him. So if you don't love me now,
Now remember, I also roll with you.
I know. And the last time that happened, it bit me in my ace.
Yes. To be fair, you were the last bitten by my
That was
cruel
so
obsession
sad.
with rolling for hit points.
Yeah. So I've been burned by you before, but guess what? I will trust you because I haven't learned my lesson yet.
The music.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
All right, so it's a D8
Yes, it is.
plus your con modifier,
I don't want
which,
this one.
if you'll allow me.
I'll do the little ones. The little ones are great for leveling up because they're so stupid. All right,
Little
here we
pickle
go.
die.
Yeah. Little pickle die.
Pickle.
Wee! I got an 8.
Oh, okay. So,
Wow.
So I think I'm gonna keep that.
all right.
It landed in the weed tray.
It did.
Your con is +2, so that's 10 more hit points. Pickles on weed.
Suck my dick, pickles on weed.
Dude, dope. Do you want to take mine?
Wait. Okay, so
I could, if you want. I also
Yeah.
rolled, and you could take mine.
I can take yours because you rolled as well.
I did
That's
also
really
roll
sweet
as well.
of you. I really
did.
like that. And you know what? It would be a really shame if I denied you that because you gave me that gift. But I think I'm gonna keep mine.
You're gonna keep yours? Okay,
I think
that's fair.
Fair.
You know, Pickles, as you look over the gravestones, just like you had at the many, as your journeys through that strange, large mind realm of Exonius and, not Exonius.
Whoa!
I know, that was, I went prologue with
Session
it.
0.
That's also Brenna character, though.
Session.
But, these gravestones, these reminders
yeah,
of
yeah,
death
yeah.
all around you and kind of the connection between Alyssa and Serenade somewhat more clear in your mind now. That empty period with no memories, that's a memory right in that spot. So there is this through line that connects you to, the protection of Alyssa Nade as a girl, and then her passing you on to Serenade as her guardian. And so in that moment, as you have now grappled with this creature of undeath that taints the blood of those it fights and is really unkillable beyond ritual, you gather these instincts through your key and training.
Now did we kill Hagatha, Auntie Bruja? Sorry, didn't we kill her in the forest?
No, if you'll recall, Auntie Bruja. Yes. So
Okay.
Lucian and Pickles.
Yeah. Oh, in the forest. Okay,
Yes,
we
were
were there.
teleported.
I was thinking
Yes,
of the
you guys
one
ended
that
up in
ran.
the Feywild.
Gotcha.
While you were there,
Have it
she's the
written,
one that
so-
cast off the spell that
Okay.
protected you from the time manipulation of the
It
Feywild.
had the angel slave with no wings and chains.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes,
That
she had an
guy.
angel that she'd ripped the wings off of.
Yeah,
And
she
he,
was so
he-
mean to that
he
guy.
killed one of your teammates for a moment.
He really did. He really didn't give a shit, a hell, a damn, and he
Yes.
killed one of our friends.
Wow.
Give a single fuck.
No, not
one.
one.
There wasn't one there. There wasn't
One
one to be
little fuck.
given.
Tiny fuck.
Thanks for the fuck, Sean.
Thanks for the fuck,
Thanks.
Sean.
Sean, just thanks for the fuck.
Sean, thanks for the fucks.
Sean Fox.
Sean fucks. That guy fucks. All right.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. I was just like, which? Okay. So I'm trying to keep track of all these hags.
Yes.
Fucking my shit up. Okay.
Yeah, Auntie Bruja was, again, she was astride the Baba Yaga, the hut with chicken feet. She's a very powerful caster. She casted off the ritual that was protecting you that Lucian had provided.
Yeah.
And is the reason you got stuck in the Feywild, which lost you a year of the world.
Cool. And in that time, the king has gone nuts or something like that.
Correct.
Or obsessed. And
died about a month ago.
died about a
When
month ago.
suddenly the reports of what the unresting were doing in the woods, rather than just kind of being, you were a guardian for unresting, they were just kind of mindless undead. But it was at that time that suddenly they started these strange tactics and withdrawing and scouts and the like. Which reminds you, there was 2 eyes of unresting looking at this location when you entered.
Well, yeah. I'm just curious what now. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I clearly still... Pickles has a lot of questions about shit right now. And just about, people sending people out to talk to, Boxos folks about what might have happened in Sativan.
Yeah.
And if there's any other word about, the blight being anywhere, because it feels like people are not, aware of this, and it's been a year, so how much has it grown, and where is it taken, and, what's going on there?
All right, so
But, so I'm just thinking about those things waiting to get that information back.
Perfect.
In this 3 days' time.
You walk, you see Mash O'Malley sees you going by, and he's like, "Oh, hey, go up to that bar up there down the way. Doesn't seem suspicious. No inside check required. He's like, we had talked about some things, and there's a man in there that might interest you." And you walk up the street, and there's like the double push-out doors, but you can just walk right under them.
On the ground.
Yes,
like I never.
it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting,
It's always
and I
disgusting.
can't. Yeah, it's
Yes.
fur. I don't want to fuck with it. Yeah. Always.
Backflips all the way around. You notice the streets have somewhat calmed, as if there's not the battle going on around its borders. There's still a pretty heavy energy on the city streets, but you don't see any fighting broken out anymore.
But there's I guess the soldiers have kind of not been back.
Yeah, you don't see
from
any
it.
stag army anymore, and it's like people are kind of walking around. They're still tense, and like the tensions are still high, but it's like perhaps there's a standstill right now.
They're just like, I mean, if you're stay down here then and get fucked. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, fine, if the unresting comes down here and kills you, then whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I want to make my way into that bar.
You're heading up the road, and as you can kind of see, you look on the ground, and it's like there's little spilled pieces of salt all along the ground in front of the door. And as you kind of walk, and instead of the double swinging doors, you just walk right under them, and it's like
The camera's on it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And there's like strange herbs and everything grown all around, very pungent odors and smells like garlic bulbs and stuff. Just really powerful odors to override the horrible smell of the streets of Poolpay. And you see sitting there at a bar stool, he kicks his feet up, is this strange skinny goblin that you know very well. He turns around and he's like, "Pickles Only! Oh, it's good to see you! Come on, give old Boxo a hug!" And that's where we'll touch back with that moment for Pickles next week. So moving on, Pickles, you've leveled up. This brings us to Mark. Zymark of Recula. Some pretty creepy moment. Thanks. I might not sleep. Let me just tell you, I'm going to be real. There was a chance that we were going to go some pretty weird places with Tabetha, and I'm glad that we just got to kiss it. Because it was like when he sent me his backstory, we were like, oh, wouldn't it this could be like a really gross relationship between the two of them. But unfortunately, she ended up getting killed in that battle. So we only got to touch the tip of the iceberg of how gross I think we were both prepared to go for that interaction. Just the tip, just to see how it felt.
Felt good though, right?
It did. It felt great. It felt right.
Thanks for going there. It was a weird place to jump to, but
there's necromancy everywhere. We'll find our spirit somewhere, bro. All right, so this is level up for old Mark, going to level 7. Let's see, next class. Maybe it's just spells. Oh yeah, dude, I think you get 3rd level spells. Let me go check.
That's all right.
All right, I'm gonna do this the right way. Wizard, level 7. This isn't how, this is the song I sing when I'm looking up the thing for Mark to do right now.
I did get a bud request too while you're singing that song. I got to see Lord of Lost Time, and one thing he misses: squares.
Squares, man. All right. Hey, there's a couple squares.
There's some squares.
The room was a square there, man. Yeah, no, crap load of squares. We'll bring them back. You're right. I mean, there's squares everywhere.
This is time.
There's squares.
Squares everywhere.
You just gotta look for them. The real.
Oh my gosh,
Everywhere
Mark. You get 4th level spell.
Hey!
Well.
So,
here we go.
Wow.
I have the one from that cape already, but that's just because it's the magical
Correct,
item.
yes.
But,
and that's a dope spell, but you still can use it. That'll be fun.
In case we're ever in a jam. It's real fun. Can go so wrong, but it's real fun.
All right, so I'm just looking up some of the, again, I know I kind of sprung this level up on you guys, so I just want to, I'm looking in the wrong place. Do you have any thoughts for 4th level spells?
Do you want me to homework it and kind of touch base with you?
Yeah, we
just
can.
So I'm not like
we can totally do that because it's like, and spells like that decision is pretty big. And so yeah, as far as wizards get on level 7, you'll get an additional 3rd level spell slot, so you can cast more of your 3rd level spells, and you get that coveted 4th level spell slot. So there is some pretty powerful 4th level spells. And so again, it's like that one has like some echo within it. We could also like, I'll give you my thing and we can take a look. while we kind of go through a little bit of your downtime. Do you have any thoughts on like what you might do in that downtime?
He's Mark's definitely just still next to that corpse as it's growing colder. And at this point, because Mark's a human variant, pretty fucking exhausted emotionally and physically, so he's just gonna stay in the hut and get some snugs and Z's.
Really? You're just gonna lay there all night?
Yep.
Fine.
That's your brain twitch. Like, are you gonna?
All right. Gross.
Gross.
Yeah, there's okay, so divination is a cool 4th level spell. Your magic and an offering puts you in contact with a god or a god's servants. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, activity to occur within the next 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The spell doesn't take into it. So only because, again, this is like kind of floats in the realm of what Mark is, the type of charlatan he is, his backstory of kind of using his access to the realms beyond to get coin from people that are, miss their loved ones. And your connection with Tabetha, I'm not going to say you have to or anything, but that's a cool spell. It's a ritual, so you don't have to use a spell slot if you spend the time to cast it as a ritual.
Oh, sweet.
Lucky for you, there's literally like a big necromantic ritual circle in the room already. So you could activate that ability like during these days, like as you learn it, maybe from her lips. It's like you learn this spell and now you have this ability to divinate and you have this 4th level spell slot. You would have 3 days, so you would technically long rest 2 times at least. So if that's a way you would like to go, you would have access to that too.
Mm-hmm. Not ready to park with her just yet. So. Sorry if that's uncomfortable for everybody, but
No judgment, Mark. No judgment.
thanks, guys.
I let my friend die earlier. No judgment.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
I love you guys. Thank you.
If you eat her, it is not murder. Did you guys
say less?
Do you guys not,
say less.
I just like, do you guys not do that to you?
I'm sorry, what? Hold it up.
You know what? We're gonna put a lot of pins on that one. We're gonna talk about that later.
Alright, I guess we'll do it. It's a saying where from it. Yeah. Not friends.
Dead friend eating people.
Yeah.
Got the pin.
Not friends.
We'll come back to that.
All right, Mark. What about these?
France is unreal. Have you guys been? France is like having a thing right now. I say please read the news a little bit. They're doing like a full-on protest. It's incredible to watch. They are not putting up with shit. So I'd say look it up.
Yeah, they lowered up the retirement age.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
fucking
without, like,
lost it.
letting-
It's
yeah.
like 2 years.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. So check it out
Dealing
on the
with
news.
old French people, not just French people, but old angry
Yeah,
French
bro.
Oh my
people.
god, leaving like trash in
They
front
go
of
hard.
like feet high piles of trash.
But those like really neat. My friend just came
Yeah.
back from there. She was like, "Those very neat little
With their
piles."
berets, baguettes, and stuff.
Yeah.
Plan.
Oh, look at that.
Cross.
Lettuce.
So, Mark, yes, you roll a d6 for your hit dice. You can take the average, which would be 4 plus your 1 to get 5 more hit points, or you can roll for it like a man.
No, we gotta roll, baby. What did you get?
I got a 4.
I'll take that one.
All right, so you ended up getting a 4
I got a
anyway.
1.
Plus 1 is 5.
So, yeah, see? It worked. It works out. See, that's why you should always do it. It's fine. The worst thing that happens is the thing that would have happened anyway. But you have my respect, which is really the most valuable treasure of all.
And sometimes failure is just funny. Like,
It is.
If
It
you make
is.
failure funny,
When it happened to Brent, I did laugh a lot.
Yeah, that was really funny. I laughed. You can check on the recording. I
That's
laughed.
true.
I think I laughed
That's
right
true.
away.
That's true. All
is
right,
way
so
funnier.
dope. Zymark, we will go over a little bit of your spells. We'll announce it at the beginning of our next session. So once we lock those in.
wonderful. Thank you for giving me that time to kind of
divination.
peruse the book.
I'm not saying choose divination, but divination. Super cool. The head has one more. So would recommend.
Thanks for maintaining that voice.
That's what I'm here for.
Butt guy for me.
Butt guy.
Fucking butt guy.
Guy, this one's for you, butt guy.
His name was Butter Guyman. But his friends,
Guyman.
his friends called him Butt Guy. Butter Guyman.
Ladders up to
Long.
Butter Guyman.
Ladders up to Butters
Butters.
to Butters Guy. Guiden.
Butters,
Ninja Gaiden.
ninja guy.
Forever in our hearts and our butts.
Fuck.
See how fun
all
it
right.
is? It's just fun to say something else.
It is. All right, so Mark, you got your 5. You're up to 51 hit points. You're beefy, a little necromancer. There you go. So you're going to have this. I'm going to give you, like I said, 2 castings of divination. You can choose to include the group or not. These can be secrets between you and me between now and next sesh, and we'll lock in your spells.
Cool.
Dope.
Groovy, baby. Thank you.
Dope. Yeah. So divination for Mark. And that's why downtime is fun.
Even when it's sad sleeping with the with your dead mentor.
Yeah.
Dead sexy mentor.
Pretty rough there.
I'm going to also. Am I the only one that stayed behind at the shack? I would understand.
You can just keep being there.
You can shack up in the shack.
Take a skull too. I have a big wig, so I mean.
Oh my god!
I was waiting. I knew you were going to do something like that.
I knew it's already slipped. You know exactly how to do it.
I literally imagine her like everyone's leaving. They're like, all right, and then you literally turn around and you're like, I know what you're going to do.
Yeah. Well, no. This is we're leaving, right? So everybody's leaving. I'm on the ceiling still. So everybody leaves, and then you're about to do your thing, and I kind of, hey, Mark, and I put my feathers back on you, and I go, no judgment, and then I leave.
You're a real one, Enra.
And then I turn around and I go, I get it, wink, and then I leave.
Freaks me out, guys. Fucking freaking me out.
Sassamar.
Sassamar.
Yeah.
Creepy Sassamar.
Laughing once.
It's true. It's always that.
Does anybody smell a fire? No, I can't. All right, so awesome. Zymark, you and I will have a nice little fun exchange. Again, that's the same opportunity for all you guys on downtime this week. It's like you have a couple days. So if it's like there was people you wanted to talk to not in front of the group, we can do a little fun stuff with that. So the idea being you will regather after these couple days, not at 3 days, but once you get the ping, you'll all kind of move together. Cool. So Zymark, we've got that, which brings us to Enra.
Hey. Oh my gosh, I might level up, guys. Leveling up.
What?
Dude, leveling up.
Getting higher. Did you know that
Getting
tonight's episode would be a
higher.
getting higher?
I'm so excited.
Place where blind men see.
Guess what? You also get evasion.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, how dope is
Where
that?
do those two go? Like all the time. You're just
Climbing on the ceilings and shit, and just like.
Never taking full damage from area of effect spells.
Nice.
Something also cool. Your sneak attack damage goes up to 4d6 now. So if you have advantage on an attack or you have an ally within 5 feet of an enemy you're fighting, you get to apply that sneak attack damage. That's 4d6 instead of 3d6 now. So
Add to my cluster.
and you get evasion. So your damage tables have gone up a bit, and you also area of effect magic primarily is what a dexterity saving throw is. If you pass it, you take no damage. If you fail, you take half. So it's like you will not be taking the full brunt of those kind of spells.
Hooray.
Boom. And trust me, at level 7, that's when those kind of spells start showing up in monster templates. So this is like a little tier jump for you guys here. I'm actually pretty excited to start throwing some monsters at you from this tier.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So Enra, that's actually again like you as a rogue, you get cool little things every level. Evasion is your one this level, and your damage goes up from sneak attack. So you also have hit points like everybody else does. Yours are a D8. Which would mean you would get to roll a d8 and add your Constitution modifier, which is 2. So you'd roll a d8. You can either take 5 plus 2, which would be 7, or roll a d8. I will roll a d8, and then you can choose which one of ours you want, and then you add the 2 to it.
Yeah, let's do that because this is fun.
Look at her.
Yay!
Dice are fun.
Because
Dice are fun. That's what then you hear 'em.
Fun.
Oh, I got a 7.
Okay.
Well, the total. So it'll be 5.
Okay.
Plus, yeah.
So 5 plus 2. So you
Yeah,
got the
so
average, basically.
I did. I got the average.
Now do you want yours or mine?
I feel like the universe is telling me that 7 is the answer, so I'm gonna stay with what I got.
Awesome. Because what's funny? I rolled a 7. Right.
Oh, it's the 7s. They're everywhere.
Fucking 7s, bro. All right, so that puts you up to 54 hit points.
Hey, we're the same.
Aw. Hit point twins.
And evasion twins.
All right, dope. So Enra, you've got the same network at your disposal of your contacts and stuff in this place. Anything you want to do, or do you just want to kind of send that to me? How do you want to address your downtime? You have any ideas, thoughts, or questions? Downtime's a new idea. This is something you've never experienced as a player, so if you want to know anything about how that might work. But again, the idea is you have a few days. You have grown in ability and skill. You have people from your story that you have made connections with. Any of the NPCs now, any in your backstory that we've included, you could contact those people independently from the group or with the group at your choice.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of what the mechanic of downtime is. It's like, hey, let's play a little like in between the game, and then you guys come back to do the adventuring stuff. But like, here's some additions to the story from that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna think on some stuff, but I know what I would like to do. So Enra's, a lot's going on with her right now. Like, she's got these new group of friends she's actually learning to trust, and that's not something she's had with a group before. She has a one person that she's very close to, but other than that, like, this is a new thing. So she has a lot to think about. So I definitely want to kind of go on a walk.
You go on a walk.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like that kind of clarity in moments like this. There's a solitude to the existence of your life to this point. You know, it's a sad one as we got a short glimpse into. But again, it's like walking the streets. You know, people look at you a little differently because you have these large angelic wings and so many questions people have of the Celestials. But you notice your presence has a calming effect on people. It's strange, you know, where you're from, that's not very uncommon, obviously. So the fact, you know, it's like, even though, yes, they're like, oh, I want to ask them, you seemingly in their presence kind of calms the minds of the agitated. And so as you, you know, swim about your own thoughts and kind of piece together the weave of all the information you've gleaned, you know, you go for a walk and you walk through the streets of Poolpay. As you walk near the place where you came into town, remember there was like a large standing group of stag guards battling, you know, brawling it out with members of the House of the Octopus. You notice that exactly as we had assumed. It seemed there's like a tense standstill at the gates. The men are gathered with their arms crossed and strong. You know, they're ready at a moment to jump back to fighting. But rather than just slaughter each other needlessly, again, there is a bunch of undead armies in the woods around them. Like, people are not fools. It seems that there's a terse standstill at the gates. And you notice a captain of the stag guards that are there, who seemingly seems to be speaking as an intermediary between both the stags and the standing men from Poolpay that are there. He has short blonde hair and piercing blue eyes. He used to smile more, but it seems like these days his mouth is terse, like he's always thinking about something that he just can't let go. But you see as he like walks, and he's like, easy now, everyone, easy. We must keep our wits about us. You see he kind of looks up and over at you standing in the crowd. And then he proceeds back to his guard post. Lucian.
What's up?
You are now, you know, you have now grappled with one of your very own, you know, order, and the very nature of the magic, his brand of castigation still sits with you as this emblazoned shadow middle finger that you know, you're forced to kind of look at in these moments. You know, you have once again like grappled with some of the highest forms of this undeath that you've been trained to fight against and emerged victorious once more. So Lucian Lamore, let's get you up to level 7, bro.
Okie doke.
All right.
Boom. All right. Your Crimson Right.
Is it me?
Are you? Is that money for a bribing? I'll take a bribe. Yeah.
My shekels, please.
Okay, cool. You are not 14th level yet. So at level 7, Drew, Lucian gets the ability to pick the other 2 rights. So right now you have the Right of Flame, so you can do fire damage.
You have the Raise a Key.
Ghost Slayer gives you radiant damage, but you can also pick up there's the ice one
Storm
or
is
the
other one I'm going to take. Yeah.
So lightning damage.
Yeah.
So you can imbue it with lightning energy as well now.
Cool.
And then at 7th level, you get an ability called the Aether Walk.
Right. I don't have that written down there, but...
Upon reaching 7th level, at the start of your turn, you can magically step into the veil between the planes, as long as you aren't incapacitated. You can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain, as well as see and affect creatures that are on the ethereal plane.
Oh, nice.
You take 1d10 force damage if you end your turn inside of an object.
Well.
It lasts for a number of rounds equal to your Hemocraft modifier. So whatever your mod is, like
6.
Yeah.
D6.
A minimum of 1 round. If you're inside an object when it ends, you're shunted to the nearest unoccupied space. You take force damage equal to twice the number of feet you move. So it's like, you really don't want to be
don't
stuck
end your turn inside
things.
someone.
Once you use this
That
feature,
sounded wrong.
That's just advice for life.
That's, I mean, that's just, yeah, exactly.
clip that and share it and make sure that advice reaches across the internet.
Sorry, buds.
It happens. Yeah,
And you're welcome.
and you have to use once you use it, short rest or long rest before you can use it again.
Cool. Cool.
So dope.
Yeah.
You now have a little lightning stuff, and you can be like zzz, and shift into the ethereal plane.
Oh.
Or I could just stand there. Could I just stand there and like have attacks go right through me?
Yeah, let
Instead,
me
or-
look at the. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just want to re-clear the. I want to be able to answer that correctly. Yes. So you would be in magically step into the veil. So you aren't incapacitated. You move through other objects. Yeah, you just kind of like go Frodo with the ring on.
Kind of like the twins in the Matrix.
Yeah.
You know how they like kind of shift in and out of being
Yeah, exactly.
there and not there.
Exactly.
Dope. Call.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Yeah. Matrix 2. That's 2.
No, that's what I meant. But
It's so
now
good.
I know what you're talking about.
the dreaded,
Matrix
with the
2.
dope-
the white,
Albino
the
looking-
albino,
The cool
twin
scene
looking-
from that movie.
Yeah.
The scene that made that movie worth watching.
Yeah.
Matrix, they are activated. Matrix 2.
Matrix 2.
All
I'm so
right.
sorry. Now, Lucian as a blood blood hunter. What is it? Blood hunter. Order of the
Let me
Ghost Slayer.
be.
You get a D10
Perfectly
for your
hunt.
hit dice. So yours would be 6 plus your Constitution modifier, which is
Just one.
Just
it's
one.
13. So,
just
yeah.
one.
One.
So you'd get 7 hit points if you took the average, and you'd lose 7 cool best friend points from your DM.
Okay, so I got 6.
So plus 1, you would get 7.
No, I meant with 5. So plus 1, I got 6.
Okay.
And you said that's the average, right?
You would get
good.
7 if you had taken the average.
Oh. I'll take yours.
I got a 4.
It's all right.
So you get 5.
It's 5. So I lost 1.
You get 5. And again, I understand I goad you guys into doing this.
It's all good.
I get it. Do I feel bad?
Keep you safe,
all
Lucy.
good.
We got you.
No, trust me, it feels
It's
better.
all
Because then when you
good.
roll hot, it's just so good. Look, we didn't used to get average plus 1. Like that's, I guess it's average 0.5 and they round up. But still, it's like, your hit points used to mean something. You got hit by a cat and you could die. Anyway, I guess that's the little bit of old school D&D clinging to me is I'm just like, roll for hit points. Just roll for stuff because that's why we use dice.
It's fun to roll dice.
And you got 5. So what, you're at 63 now? Is that right?
Yes, that's what I had written down.
Boom.
Didn't I have toughness also? Does that do
Oh
something?
yeah, you get an extra hit point from toughness.
Tough
Oh,
guy.
is that where the +2 comes from? Because
No,
my
no.
constitution was 1.
Okay, so you get 1 more.
And
so
that would be-
64.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Dope.
Okay,
Awesome.
tough
She's so
guy.
tough.
I'm
guy.
so
tough.
I'm so
Bill.
tough.
Wolf
tough.
tough. Lulu.
The wolf of love.
I love
Lucy.
you so tough.
But yeah, Lucian. So again, it's like you've kind of now danced with a little bit of your own magic, seeing it used offensively in a strange way compared to the protective instincts of the way you trained often. You know, the kind of
my
flash
partner.
of your friend suffering, you push it out of your mind. But you also have a little bit of time until this ping goes off within, 3 days before you. What would you want to do?
I don't really know. I guess check in with the stag, just because I've got a little bit of an in there, and the Lord Commander and I had kind of gave each other shitty looks. And I told him that his people are a bastardized version of what we once were, and he's sour
So you're
about
best
that.
friends.
Besties.
Well, I just want to. I'm not.
Forever.
And it's not. I didn't do it like out of disrespect or anything, but I just said it like it was. I have a -1 to charisma, so it's like, sorry, bro, that's what it is.
You
So I'll go clear the air, and I'll be like, look, how is this possible? How did you guys do this? I want to go find the skinny on it.
All right, so if you recall when you had talked to Grant at the Ildebrand, he mentioned that Captain Elios Broussard, the guy you had seen at
the party,
festival,
yeah.
was the head of the Restless Watch, the kind of guard force that they use to keep the unrest at bay as much as they have until recently. And so, as you're kind of like going toward the barriers of Pool Pay, you see kind of the same scene that Enra saw. And you even notice as you kind of walk by, like Enra's standing there, kind of looking at one of the captains that's talking to the crowd, and you pass each other on the road. And you see one of the guards like immediately notices that it's you coming up the street. He's like, oh. And he kind of is like nervous to like go past the Pool Pay guy. So he's like, hey, come here. He's like waving you over to him, in the green and gold armor of the stag. Just kind of, come here, sir. So Lucian.
Yeah, it's just Lucian.
Lucian. Leos Broussard is seeking you. The Lord Commander wished you two to meet. Would you care to travel with? And you see like a carriage pulls up.
Oh,
It's
hell
like
yeah.
You know, it's like nice little decked out stag carriage, you know, really nice horses at the front.
What is this, 2 horsepower?
2.5. You see, you know, the door opens and there's like a nice cut of bread in a little basket with like a slice of cheese. He's like sitting on the bench. He's like, would you care to go meet with Leos Broussard?
Hell yeah. How good is the cheese?
Oh, you could be mad. Nobody told you how good the cheese was. All right, so you hop into the carriage. You know, the door's shut. The man starts riding away. Enra, you see Lucian getting into, you know, this carriage in front of, offered by the army of the stag.
Sorry, I wander.
And that is where we're gonna pick it up next time, guys.
How good was the cheese?
How good was the cheese?
Tell us
Wait,
in your brain.
I have a confession. 'cause
Yes.
I'm stoned, so I
Yes.
didn't do my math
What?
right. What? So I rolled a 2. Then I should have added a 2, so it should be a 4.
Okay. Oh, 4.
Not a 7.
Not a 7.
The cool thing was
Oh.
stoned. I know. It's okay.
No, I
It's fine.
appreciate
I wanted
that.
to be honest.
No, that's-
I'm gonna take
being
a
honest
sip
is so
for
dope.
honesty.
Honesty sip.
Honest sip.
Integrity
51.
sip.
51
Integrity
points.
sip.
Always tell the truth, guys. Like, that's the fun of it
It's
all.
true, yeah.
That's the fun of it all.
And now we're hit point twins.
Yeah, now you and I are.
What?
Evasion twins.
Oh,
hit point
sorry,
Yay!
Brenda. Sorry.
That's fine.
But
Guys.
what extra thing?
Yeah.
You guys are level 7 now.
Hell
twins.
yeah.
You notice they give a lot of people evasion. It's almost like there's going to be a lot of area of effect spells coming your way soon. No, excellent stuff, guys. You guys have kind of like, it's like, again, like the way I prep, I have like a nice little list of things, and you really kind of knock through them with your investigations and stuff. Obviously, there's so much at play, but it seems like some of the options are starting to present themselves to you guys. So thank you guys for playing the kind of D&D that makes this kind of storytelling possible. That was so much fun. I fucking love you guys. Thanks for
Love you.
Thank you.
Love,
Yes.
yes.
All you guys.
we got this is 5. This is 101. This is official Sesh count here. So yes,
Like the Dalmatians.
there's a little bit more to what's going on, but you guys are kind of starting to see the players at B and a little bit more about the people you're traveling with as well. So yeah, we have downtime. Let's play around. Let's do a little in between the storylines stuff with each of us, and we will come back with some of the answers, like Mark's new spells, and we will keep telling the saga of the second chapter of Ganjaria. We do have us a little ritual we like to do around here, guys. Maybe you heard about it, maybe you haven't. We like to take a lighter, like this black one here. It changed from gray to black. Make sure we're not going to light any of our friends because we love them and they're fantastic. And you should play D&D with your friends, your family, which for me is my friends, Abby Dandy, all your Abby Dandies. Make sure you're not at Smilesies and Jaros, and thank you guys so much for hanging with us. Luke O'Hearn Unofficial, all you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thanks for being with us. Let's go. Lighters up. Thank you guys so much for playing D&D with us. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us. We're coming up our 3-year anniversary on 420. We're going to do a 4-hour, 20-minute stream again. And we have one more session before then. Guys, stay tuned. We will see you next Tuesday. Good night, Sam. Good night, Sam. Hang around for the raid.
So what? You can't touch me, 'cause I'm from the